shirt I made. I don't. Goddamn it. And like the stuff you buy it like you want to be seen by the world and don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I know. I buy it because I like it.
I just,
He drakes his clothes.
Huh?
I say he drakes his clothes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hide his clothes from the world.
Hide his world.
World from his clothes.
His world from the clothes.
Yeah. You know,
Like it's cool though, bro. That's your money.
it's kind of like, you know, I'm like a special event.
Did you just call yourself a pay-per-view?
Like, yeah, my God. When I pop out, you know, and then when you see me, you see me.
You may be lucky Mimi wasn't here because that was definitely a lob you just threw her.
Oh, for her, call me
Talking
fat.
about popping out somewhere. She'll definitely run with that. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. We are back in the studio on a Thursday night. And immediately to my right is my partner in crime. I don't know if he's heartbreaking. I don't know if he's pie godding. I just know this nigga fresh to death
All the time.
all the time.
Pot is good.
We
All the time.
all the time.
And all the yeah, see, you know.
You know what? I don't even know what you
Fucking it
said.
up,
Trying to help you.
Yeah, we threw it.
You see, they got you. But as you can see, we are not alone today.
Don't fuck that
People
up.
actually like us and they want to join us. So we are joined by a reoccurring guest, our pain management coach, the lovely Serita. What's going on?
You know, nothing much. I'm just, blessed to be here with you, gentlemen, and lovely lady inside of me here. So thank you.
Can we get a round of applause for that lovely lady? That was just so elegantly said. I feel so special. And then we are joined by a very special guest. This woman does it all. She pods. She sells hookahs. She makes shirts. She pimps hoes and slam Cadillac doors.
Damn.
You
Then
know.
I do that. No.
We are joined by Miss Ashley, 1/4 of the Milwaukee Vibe podcast, one half of the Smoking Ash Hookah. And I fucking love that name.
That's
No, I'm actually the whole.
The whole you
I'm the
are.
whole. I'm 1/3 of Hookah Horse.
That's right. You
Yeah.
1/3. Wait a minute. First of all, before we go any further, where the fuck that name come from?
Hookah Horse?
Yeah.
It actually started because the guys was calling each other Hookah Horse from just smoking hookah. And so actually DJ Ricky Allens came up with the name. And then we got together as a group and made it a apparel brand.
That is weird
Yeah.
for men to call each other hookah whores.
That's why it was really funny because it's
yeah,
like,
that's definitely
first
some
of
shit I
all,
would call like
y'all
Desi.
smoking hookah, then now you on my hookah, like you hookah
Yeah.
whore.
There's a game. So in the batch of games that I picked up for the game night, there's one specifically for like weed smokers and hookah users. So the way the game goes,
Tell me more.
the way the game goes is a question gets asked. If the person doesn't answer or they can't answer it correctly, they have to pass the hookah to the next person. That person keeps the hookah as long as they can keep answering the questions until it goes all the way around.
I need that game.
I don't use it, so I might let you have it.
I need that.
Come pick it up on Thursday.
I can take it off your hands.
I got you. You can have it for real.
Thank you.
You can't have the weed one though, but you
No,
can have
no,
the hookah.
I'll take the
Yeah,
hookah one.
You can have the hookah one.
I'll look at the other one
But-
for my pain management.
They make a game about anything. Like just any fucking thing. Dog, like who
Because life is a game at this
who
point.
was
Life-
at home and
life
was
is
like,
really is.
we
It
need to
literally
make a
actually
game
is.
No, it's
for
crazy.
hookah smokers.
It's
like
crazy.
who the fuck said
It's
that?
crazy because the whole game package comes from Trap Spelling Bee. Okay,
Sounds,
so I just went on, just got the whole pack, right?
sounds like black people.
it's definitely black people, and I had to get games for black people. So already
Salud.
trap spelling bee is like the way you say ignorant words, you got to spell it that way. So like ugly ass, how would you spell that?
UGLEEASS.
The way the game spells is UGLISS.
Oh,
So it's all one word.
Wow.
That's stupid.
I wouldn't have got that.
See, and that's the reason why I picked it up, because first of all, we already got grammar police online because niggas spell things wrong. So why not get a game where spelling things wrong is right?
I have a bunch of drunk motherfuckers in there with their head hurting,
Right.
trying to figure out how to spell some shit that don't exist.
But that's what makes it
I would
fun.
Now we got one right. That's the only one we gonna know.
But that's what. But that's what's gonna make it fun. You know. Then there's like
What white person came up with this?
white people don't come up with stuff, but
I don't
they
know.
steal from
Steal
other
it.
people.
Yeah.
They steal from other people.
What nigga sold this to the white people?
They did sell it, and then they turned it to Taboo. Because I got a black version of Taboo. So it's a lot of games in there. It's pretty dope. There's one called $40 where you get it's like you get regular cards. It's like 1 through 4. So you play it like Old Maid, where you put one down and you pick another one up. But the first person to get 40 40s in their hand, that's how you win the game. I thought it was pretty interesting. I want to see people actually think about that. But we'll see. With the way COVID is going, we may or may not have it this month. I may have to push it back to next month. I think it might work better next month. That way everybody's sick and tired of their kids and they're going to want to go out and do some shit. But I brought these two young ladies here with us today for a couple of reasons. Normally we'll do a game, but I just don't feel like going out to the car to get it.
Why would you not bring them in?
Did you not see me carrying the laptop along with a bunch of other shit? The last thing I was worried about was grabbing a deck of cards.
Oh, my God, you should say, why I'm grabbing the deck of cards?
Well, I just asked you to go upstairs and let her in, and that was a problem.
It wasn't a problem. It was more of I was already downstairs type of thing.
And I was already down here, which is why I had to come back to get the guy.
Y'all could have just did paper, rock, scissors. I mean,
Oh no, I'm for sure happy I came up them stairs. Don't even trip.
Yeah, because you really stopped the whole show. I just want you to know that.
well, that wasn't my intent. I was just coming.
It's
in
never
to say
your
hey.
intention.
That's not your
That was
intent.
God's intention.
God's plan.
It was God's
Drake
plan.
said-
You know,
That's what
like
Drake says God's plan.
you done been on this show several times.
I don't know why she keep coming back though, but
She seems to like us. Like
You guys are entertaining. I will give you that. You guys are very.
thank you. We
entertaining,
try.
you know?
do you not know like you pretty?
I mean, I know I'm not ugly. What you
I'm just saying, like-
hell? Like,
I was about to say.
like, what kind of a question is that? I feel like it's a little backhanded.
It's not backhanded. It's just like you be trying to live like regular life.
He's not accustomed to someone being as modest as you are.
Right.
That's what it is.
Like you be trying to live regular life. Like you came in here to say
You
hi.
said
No,
you tried to
no, a good guy. Good- do you- Do you wake up and
for
forget?
regular life? And you not regular.
Do you wake up and forget you got ass? Like this shit puzzles me every time you sit here.
That you really trying to blend in with common folk.
Right,
Like, you can't hang out with us, fam.
like
Yeah.
I just
You
I-
can't.
I just came
You bring
in.
the value to the
You know
table
what
up.
said
You can't.
first of you can't sit with us. They
You-
usually don't tell the pretty people you
Nah,
can't sit
You
with
bringing the
Man,
value to the table
she
up. Dog.
said,
They
I
expect
came in.
us to behave when you come around, fam.
The motherfucker said, "Oh, I just came in to say hi." Like,
Right,
like his freaky ass wasn't gonna stop doing what he doing the stairs.
I didn't know the whole show was gonna stop. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
You are a sight to behold. So
Oh, you make
you
him
have to
mad.
accept that.
Thank you.
All right. I'm accustomed to it now, but everybody else that comes in this building ain't. So I'm sorry.
You really be trying to live just a normal life.
I do.
Is this
And I'm
okay?
living my best life right now.
I applaud that you think you don't stop traffic. That's cool. You keep,
That's cool.
you
That's-
keep
you know,
thinking
that
that's just.
actually, you know that actually did happen.
See,
one
that's
time. I
what-
walked
see, that's
in
all I'm
there,
fucking
Hold on,
saying.
wait a minute.
and it was actually
Oh,
pretty
Ashley over here being modest, like she don't be fucking turning heads too. My
I know.
God, I be getting niggas that slip. Hey, bro, who that there? Like, it's out your league, bro. Just don't even try, bro.
Just act like
She
that
got goals, bro. That's
amongst
not.
regular
Why do
people.
people? I get that a lot though. A friend said that she was like, her brother was like, "Hey, who is that?" She said, "No, No, she ain't even on your like. She up here and you not up. I said,
You got-
don't do that.
She run,
Yeah,
dog. She
that
runs
happens.
shit. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and fuck with no good niggas, that's on y'all. But I can't be responsible for.
Yeah, no,
What
them
happens?
days are long gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
You
say
know,
I want to
that's-
do that, but
I mean, you can go do bald headed whole shit with your friends, but not while you around us. We can't.
Jesus Christ.
Can't. They do that though. They get around their friends and they playing bald headed whole shit.
it's
Some,
good for the soul.
some of them hoes really be bald head though.
It's harmony.
That ain't for you to know though.
It's
Well,
harmony.
It's a good
We
balance.
know.
We do nigga shit.
Yes, we do.
We do a lot of nigga shit. We just
No,
do it
y'all
on air
bald
too.
head hoe shit too, though.
Mhm.
I do not do bald head hoe shit.
What
anymore.
is what bald headed whole shit have you seen men do?
You please explain that.
Please tell me. I can make sure it is not part of the repertoire of the gentlemen I associate with.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell. I mean, we're on, you know. the
You
mic
can
right
you can
now.
give
I
us a
don't wanna-
generalization.
Yeah,
You ain't gotta say specifically,
Yeah,
Juan, you was out here doing this last.
what the fuck?
See, he threw you on the.
Because I would want to know what Juan don't do much. So
That's
if he
right.
did,
So
if he
we-
did bald headed
we
hoe
doing
shit, I
bald-
need to know. Me, nah, maybe.
You gotta be secretive. Man. You can't tell everybody what you're doing.
That's why I don't do it, bro.
Man,
I'm a
just-
ghost.
Yeah, right. See,
Tone don't be nowhere.
I feel you.
I be everywhere but never there.
That's why I don't go nowhere either. I'm like a superhero. I pop out when I need to be. That's why I call me the pilot.
You know, most superheroes don't show up when they need to be there. You know that,
Sound like
right?
after the fact.
Like Superman is going over there. Meanwhile, this nigga's getting mugged right here. So
Yeah, they usually have to send the bat signal so he. can
yeah,
come.
like because who knows what Bruce Wayne really be doing until that light come on.
Right.
Probably treating his nose. Batman definitely do cocaine.
Batman suffers from PTSD. My guy.
Anybody with the logic.
His dad, his mama and dad got shot when he was
Right in-
younger.
right in front of him.
Alfred never got that nigga therapy.
He just taught him
He
how to
just
be a
took care of
ninja.
him.
They just
You
took
know?
care of him, kept him in the crib. Then one day he was like, Alfred, I need some pussy. I'll be right back, Master Bruce. And then dog snuck out the crib and he been Batman ever since.
That's a wild.
Because think about it, dog.
Origin
He
story.
left America to go train with niggas in Japan. Alfred didn't get no fuck. I got the crib to myself now. Who knows what the fuck Alfred was doing during that time? Because he was definitely a young man when all this was going on.
Yeah.
So that's the nigga you really need to be wondering. I want to see that movie. Alfred. Guarantee you he was out there assassinating people. But enough of our shenanigans. We are going to get to the one of the two topics that we have here. And the specific reason these two young ladies are here today is they are true entrepreneurs. Let's start with you, Ashley, since you're a first time visitor, long time listener. What made
Damn,
you?
this your first time here?
Yes. It is.
I'm sorry for whatever I'm going to say or what I've already said.
No,
I'm-
I want you.
I just
be
want to
your
get that out.
authentic
Look,
self.
boom!
No, I'm definitely going to be. I just want to apologize in advance.
So let's start with the longer running of the two businesses is the Smoke and Ash.
Actually, Awthintik.
Oh, really? I'm
So,
sorry.
Awthintik is a rebrand.
Okay,
So
makes
the,
sense.
the apparel line is the longer of the two brands. I've been in business for 5 years.
Okay.
So May 1st of this year, when I rebranded, it was my anniversary date. So that's why I kind of did May 1st. So I've been in apparel business
You need to
for
Google
5
better.
years. And
You need to Google, period.
You had that shit.
Finish,
That was
gentlemen.
him.
well, it's kind of not his fault because
You had that shit all
kind of
wrong.
keep stuff.
Yeah, she
hidden.
could like it's like it just
Like you know, but
appeared.
you don't know. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
she
know,
did. She
but
just
you don't know.
appeared.
That's how. That's
I
how.
was like,
That's how everybody said. They be like, "Where you been at all this time?"
Right.
Like,
that shit was funny to me.
you've been in Milwaukee all this time. I'm like, I've been around, but
Like, 'cause I know Ashley from podcasting. I didn't know she had a whole clothing line. I might not be a classic man if I would have known about her first.
I've been around just as long as Classic.
And see, that's what I'm
Yep,
saying. I
yep.
probably wouldn't have been a classic man.
Yeah, we did a show like 3 years ago. She had a fashion show and I was a part of it. But I'm like I be out there, but I'm not out there. Like,
She like you.
yeah,
So just pop out when she
yeah.
pop out.
I'm everywhere. But what really brought more attention is when I got into the nightlife, the entertainment. When I started working at Lux 3 years ago this month. So that's what kind of brought on more exposure because more people started noticing me from the bar, and then that grew smoking ash because I was doing hookahs at Lux, and then when COVID hit, I was just like, I don't like to just sit around and wait for opportunities to
Right,
come
you
my
gotta
way.
make it
I'm
yourself.
gonna just go make it myself. So then once I seen everybody was doing private events, I said, well, let me offer this service because everybody likes service and luxury, and so now I do.
Apparently, everybody like hookah too. So
everybody loves
Hey,
hookah.
hookah make you feel sophisticated as a bitch. No bullshit.
Everybody loves hookah.
No cap.
hookah frisky, bro.
I was what I'm saying, bro. Get you a shot or two, smoke
Like
you
I
some
feel like I'm
hookah.
the Chester cat in like Alice in Wonderland with a hookah, bro.
Yeah.
Just sitting on a fucking mushroom higher than the cost of living, and that shit keep going up. All right, so Awthintik.
Authentic.
First of all, let's start with the spelling
Okay.
because that's the most obvious.
Yes, that's the first question I get is what does it say? And then once they realize it's authentic, why is it spelled that way? So I spelled it differently because I wanted to bring attention to the fact that so basically the brand, first of all, let me give you the reason for the brand. The brand is designed to bring real vibes, real messaging through apparel and more. So I don't just do apparel. I guess I could tell y'all, and if y'all steal my idea, nah. So eventually, I'll have like home decor. I have candles. I have pillows. So it just won't be t-shirts and hoodies, and then also host events
Okay.
under the brand. So it's bringing real vibes, real messaging, and basically the sole message is to be your authentic, genuine self,
So,
unapologetically.
hey,
hope I said it right.
I own that. Unapologetically, us is my apparel. So be careful how you use that word.
Now it's not. It's not.
I would definitely
it's
send
not
my.
attached to
I
my
would
brand.
definitely send my
Your
lawyers down the
cease and
street.
desist.
Right,
Your
no,
cease
spelling
and
can be
desist.
different. So,
Right.
you know,
I'm just
you
letting you
already went
know.
on the spelling part, so you already know where to go.
Don't do it.
I
No,
will.
It's funny, and I'm glad you brought. I'm glad we had that little banter because I want to one day sit down with like some of the brands and actually. I told Juan about this. I want to make a shirt.
Mhm.
It's just one shirt. We can use the money from the church to go to charity or something like that. And I wanted to say something along the line of make sure, so don't have a problem being unapologetically, authentically yourself. Make sure you make yourself a priority, or it was
Yeah.
something like the line.
Yeah.
Basically, I want it
That'd be
everyday,
dope.
priority, classic,
Yeah,
authentic, and unapologetically to be in whatever this phrase is.
that'd be dope.
And then the shirt goes to a charity.
That'd be super dope.
That's what I wanted to do.
That's dope.
Sit down.
Yes.
But you know, you can't just go out here and make the shirt. You got to
Yeah.
talk to everybody
You gotta-
first.
It's TDR
Yeah.
the charity.
I kind of do that
No.
with some of the brands.
It'll be a legitimate,
Like-
bro. I don't want to get.
With every day. Like I kind of do that in my captions. So if I were like something from do
Yeah.
to every day, like every day I'm authentic.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, it's gooder to be authentic self. Like I kind of play that, do that, but I do it with the brands that I know. Me and Steph does it, you
Yeah.
know, with each other. But I spelled it this way because authenticity looks different from each one of us. So
Look
my
at that.
real, your
Shit's
real,
deep.
you know,
Yeah.
realness.
Wait,
gonna
hold
look
on,
different.
time out. That's a joke.
Gotta give you a gem.
No.
Authenticity looks different for everybody.
Oh, that's
Do you have that on the shirt? Because you got to put that on the
Yeah,
shirt.
I am, but that was my caption today on my picture. But now I'm putting it on the shirt.
You got to put it on the shirt.
But that was the basis of it. Like realness can look different from each person, but it's still real, and that's why I spelled it different. So it looks different, but it's still authentic.
See, this is why I fuck with her.
That was another jump.
I'm gonna be authentically me. I'm gonna be a classic man. I'm gonna be forever unapologetic, and I'm gonna make myself a priority. Juan, you gotta drop your line, bruh. Fat Mac, something I don't know, bruh.
I just gave you a gem, nigga.
I'm
What
telling
do
you,
you want from me?
I want you to get out here and create something that is just you.
That's me.
It's just you, bruh.
I am me.
There you
We
go.
is me.
Yeah.
There you go. I am me.
Hey, what
Bro,
episode?
I tell all of Facebook every morning that I'm the god of potty.
First of all, for the last 30 days,
Yeah,
you ain't
last-
told them shit.
I'm-
Yeah.
I- yeah.
I had to
But-
go looking for you.
I'm saying, I tell everybody, I'm the god of podcasting. Whether it's true or not, fight me.
I don't think
I mean,
nobody.
they gotta find you first.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll try. I'll be back in the streets on Saturday.
Terrible.
Doug Dawson's Cub Scouts.
Thugged out. Didn't I play that song for you one time? Is that how you got that?
Probably, man.
Because it was a song I was listening to. The niggas like, we've been thugged out since Cub Scouts, and Juan has been running with it. I'm putting that on the shirt, bro.
It's fire.
Big folks. My favorite pain manager. How you been doing?
You know,
Things working good.
I'm doing all right.
I haven't seen the group lately. Is it still popping like it was before?
I had to put the group on.
That's what I was saying. I mean, life. But you was doing something else though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I got a little book that just came out on the 23rd.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just compilation with 6 other authors.
Boom.
The Comeback Anthology.
The what?
The Comeback Anthology.
Where are we coming back from?
For mine is coming back from chronic pain.
Okay.
And it's basically for my section, it's called I Am Chronically Resilient, just based off of my Instagram handle.
You know what? I was looking for the name of the book, like high and low, to put it in the tag, and I kept singing "Chronic Resilience." And I'm like, I don't think she named the book that. Just want to make.
No,
couldn't
just
do
my
that.
chapter.
Okay.
Is named that, but I'm gonna eventually be doing my own book as well, which will actually be the full on Chronically Resilient.
So how did this partnership come about?
It came about through Ed Hennings, and he's working with Talk Consulting, and he basically just put information out on Facebook saying,
Okay.
hey, there's these comeback stories. Who wants to be involved? I submitted my story and I got picked.
Yay.
So, yeah.
I deserved a round of applause. That was
No,
dope.
I appreciate the round of applause. I was actually nervous to do it, but I did it.
Why were you nervous?
It's one of those things where it's like, I know I've been through a lot. And when I finally put the pen to paper and was like, wow, I've just only put like a fraction of what has gone on. And just to be able to put that part into play kind of just got the ball rolling for me afterwards. Initially.
So you know what that means, right, Tom?
What?
I mean, second album gonna be fire.
Oh, of course. The sophomore album, you gotta.
Fire!
But then technically it wouldn't be the sophomore album. It'd be more or less like, like the Lauryn Hill.
This would be, because you gotta remember, this was her.
We is not going to talk about that bitch.
You gotta remember, this
not here.
Hey, don't.
No, hold on. Wait a minute now.
That,
so the one thing about Lauryn Hill that we can always say is the one album she did drop will never go away.
No, it's diamond.
It literally fits no matter what realm of existence goes on at that time.
There's a song for everything.
So if a person said that they want the Lauryn Hill album, let them have the Lauryn Hill album.
And I want to be able to go ahead and hit you on all.
But this if you're gonna do it right, this project that she just dropped will be her EP.
Lauryn Hill is overrated, but we're not here to discuss.
Juan, you wasn't even around when Lauryn Hill album was like being listened to.
Yeah, that's a.
What do you mean I wasn't around, motherfucker? I was alive.
What I mean was you
were young.
You were young. You wasn't there to experience it during the time when it mattered.
The whole entire album. I was pregnant when the album came out.
Because I still play X Factor. That is like the greatest breakup song to listen to.
Oh, I used to play that all the time with me and my ex-husband.
Well, I think you should give X Factor a listen.
Bro, I've heard the album, fam. God, I'm not saying that the album isn't dope.
You've heard it, but have you actually listened to it?
Yeah,
there's a difference.
I'm not saying that the album is not great. This is a great album. I think you're missing the point of me saying that she's overrated.
Why do you feel like she's overrated? What? No, he's entitled to his opinion. I just want to hear why he feels it.
I don't know. Maybe we just like everybody keeps saying Lauryn Hill is the GOAT. She's great. And then I'm like, you got one fucking album. What did you really do?
But it's
right, and she's also and she's
how many albums do the Fugees have?
2. So that gives her 3 bodies of work she was a part of.
Yep.
Fuck Lauryn Hill.
Well, actually, she got 4 albums.
Look, I said what I said. I feel how I feel. Let's not talk about Lauryn Hill anymore. We're gonna cut that out.
Man, I'm sitting here now, bro. You said it.
No, man, we ain't giving Lauryn Hill no fucking airtime over here.
You know this is part of my show too.
Okay, well.
So my part says it's staying in. You're gonna forget about it by tomorrow anyway. Because you're a weed smoker.
Doesn't affect my memory.
So you're just gonna lie on camera.
It affects how I feel about things.
No, it affects.
It doesn't affect the thought of me remembering it.
It definitely.
Because if I tell you I forgot about it, obviously wasn't that fucking important.
You see what I gotta deal with? Do y'all need a fifth on your show?
I was just like,
y'all believe in like foreign exchange? Because I'll send that nigga over there. You can give me one.
How many like for real? How many pointless inboxes do you get a day?
Okay, first of all, you can't ask that to a woman because they get them all the time.
That's why I'm asking. Because you can forget about shit you don't give a fuck
if
about.
You're single or not. Yeah, and I noticed that. Like, I don't give a damn, but most don't know.
I get that a lot as well.
Like, not even just on some personal shit.
They just gonna get her inbox regardless.
Just how many people inbox you stupid shit about trying to get a shirt? Because I know it happens.
So I do get,
Right.
See, let's talk about that.
Because I've seen Mimi's inbox and it's just stupid.
Yeah.
So what's some of the craziest things that have been said business-wise?
It's not really crazy. It gets more so annoying. Like I keep repeating myself is
how I get a shirt.
Of shirt you got?
Go to the
how
website. It's like,
how much is a shirt? What color do you got? And I'm usually proactive instead of reactive. So I usually give you the whole spiel. I give you all the details up front.
She does.
So once you hit me, I'm telling you price, pickup, payment method. I get it out there so you can have a reference point, and so then I can have a reference point. But I think my biggest is not my inbox, is when they see me out and about, or if I'm working a bar and they want to talk about a shirt at the bar, they want to order a shirt at the bar, or I'm at kickball. And then, so I usually follow up. Can you please inbox me or go to the website? Because I tell them I'm not going to remember this conversation. There's no offense, but my mind is focused on another money right now.
I'm not, you don't remember shit you don't care about.
Like, oh, no, she cares.
I care.
It's just not the right time.
It's a lot that factors.
Bruh,
I'm not going to remember you on a 3X shirt with blue and red letters that says something custom, because it's usually a custom shirt they wear.
I was like, oh, you get it fancy.
Then the price. And then I'm like, I'm not going to remember.
Right, especially if we playing fucking kickball. Bitch, I'm trying to kick a ball and you want to talk about suck my dick, fam. You got to go, fam. Like,
so then I really don't know. Or I give them the information. They don't follow up. Right. They see me again. Fam, wear my shirt. Y'all see B. Jones just hit me. Like, I still ain't got my shirt. I still don't know your size. I still don't know what color shirt you want. Like, I mean, I'll make it happen.
You're just supposed to be like, medium blue. Fuck it. Large red. Fuck it.
And some people I do. I'll ask them, like, do you care about the color or not? Or some people, like, Cherie was just like, I think I want to, or orange, because I want to send me the shoe. My easiest, I'd be like, send me the shoe you thinking about.
And that's usually what it is, because this fool right here, hey, bro, I got these lime greens with this on them.
Yeah, that's what and then I got a lime green. Do you know how many shades of lime, shades of red, shades
like
of blue,
dog,
shades of yellow? Can I get a yellow shirt?
Yeah, I just
do you want canary? Do you want
like trying to coordinate it with some shoes?
Mustard, canary.
Yeah, that's why.
What shoes did you pick up so I can physically go look at the description? Because you're gonna show me a photo. That photo ain't gonna be in the perfectly. It's gonna look different. Then you get this, you're gonna be mad.
Then shades vary from material, so the leather in your shoe purple is not gonna be the leather of the vinyl purple.
Right.
I can get as close.
They clown with the vinyl. Because it'd be so many different colors for no damn reason.
It's so many.
It's like I was in Hobby Lobbies the other day. I was like, dog, I just came here to get some black. And it's like,
you want off black?
You want black, shiny,
matte black.
Matted. Do you want this? Like,
hey, matte black, huh?
I got a bunch of matte black. Well, no, let me stop lying.
Matte black yet.
Matte black works easier. It's an easy peel with it too.
You know what? Just not thinking about that. I bet do take when I text him.
Yes, that's why I know why Dooch is your friend. Because you annoying as fuck when it comes to everyday gear. I would definitely block you if it was me.
Hey, man. It's not like, first of all, fuck that. It's not like I'm getting freebies. Like I'm paying full price. Fuck him.
But you don't.
You don't get these text messages.
Here's the thing. This is the part I don't think consumers realize. Yes, you have the capabilities of making these, but you don't know how much extra labor goes into this specific one you did.
Yes.
So like if Ash said, okay, I got Awthintik coming out on blue shirts with white, she could sit down maybe 1 or 2 days, knock them out. No big deal. But when you was like, okay, I need this black shirt with these off letters, and I want the A's to be reflective, or I want the thin to be glittery. It's like,
I'm like, no,
that's extra work you have to do.
My image,
right?
Y'all don't know how when you print it, so I got to detach my words, make them a different colors. Then when I print it, it's
and that's if she printing in color.
All you got to do. I don't have to do.
Who be saying all you gotta do?
Everybody, bro. You don't understand.
When people say all you gotta do, because as soon as you say all you gotta do, you finna follow that shit up with a whole bunch of steps.
Okay,
that ain't nobody trying to do.
So first of all, that Mimi Tupac shirt I did for her, right?
Right.
The one where it had his face, but it had like all his phrases that made up his face. First of all, that was a 45-minute project for just one shirt. So imagine if niggas want, can you make the words be red or make it be like, first of all, fuck you. Okay. I'll show you how to do that since that's what you want to do. Cause I'm not going to do all that. Even when I had to do the senior one where it said senior, but the numbers were glittery and they went a different direction. That was 2 projects that had to be done at once. So I had a whole fucking vinyl that I just had to make 2022s to make it worth it. Like you use this much, but the vinyl is like this big. Mm-hmm. It's a lot you gotta go through.
And I'm cut. And I did Awthintik because when I first started, Lewis was printing for me. It was easier.
Shout out to Lewis.
Shout out to the print king, the print guy.
Bro.
Listen, I have a picture in my phone of him, and I always have a joke like I need to delete it before people think it's something. Because I love him and Rachel, I never disrespect them. But you probably look at my phone like, why you got a screenshot of? Because I'm always sending his profile to people like here, go here, because I'm not getting ready to do it. Ask him in large orders. So when I first started, he was printing, but financially, you really don't profit right away. Right. Financially, it was becoming a strain. So a guy taught me, he was like, just cut out the middleman for a minute. When it's simple stuff you can do, you do it, and so you cut out the middleman. So that's how I came into custom for a minute. And then when I rebranded, I said I'm dropping off custom, period, because it's a headache. And plus, the goal was to put out my content,
right?
My thoughts, whatever I thought I want to do it.
Right.
It was fun sometimes putting out what you want, but I really don't care about what you want to say.
Big
I just want to put out my content because I can manage it. So I cut out the custom, and then I'm going back to having Lewis print because it's a headache.
And it was funny. I sat down and me and Louie had a conversation when I was first figuring out how I wanted to do my back to school shirts, where every senior or every grade had a specific style. And I was like, hey, Lou, let me holler at you real quick. He was like, I'm thinking about doing this when it comes to certain color prints. He was like, that one right there. So yes, I'm gonna work with. So you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's 1 to 2 colors, I'm gonna do it myself. Yep. Anything that's 3 or more, I'm sending to you. He was like, say less. And like I had to learn that there's a difference between a brand and a t-shirt line.
Yeah.
Like I can go out here and make t-shirts and be done with it, but a brand requires adjustments, changes. Nicole from Classic, I told her that's like my mentor, my unauthentic, unknown mentor, where I actually talked to her about stuff. And I was like, Classic, one word on a shirt. The word is different colors. The shirts are different colors. But that's your t-shirt. That's really your brand. But what makes it different is there's a spring collection. There's a fall collection. There's the Bucks. She got a whole line specifically right now. Doesn't take away from what she's doing, but for these different moments, she's creating something for that moment that's limited edition. Because next year, when the spring come around, this same shirt's not going to be out there. So for those people like me who have everything classic, I'm always got something new I want to get. I don't never feel out of place. But yet her baseline is perfect for one. I just copped these new colorway J's that came out. Boom, here's a classic shirt for you.
And that's one of my downfalls because so now that I've rebranded and Awthintik is a brand, and like you said, having a t-shirt line is just doing custom prints is different from a brand.
Right.
So I get the whole, can you do this? Can you do that? I want to sweat. I'm like, because I have a timeline of when I'm dropping my hoodies in certain colorways for the fall. I'm dropping my joggers in the fall. People be like, I want this short set. I'm not about to just do a 1 or 2 short sets for you, because when I drop, it's going to be this will be full thing. A full thing. It's a full line. And then I want people to start now respecting the brand overall, the whole messaging. So that's why I let my tagline be real vibes, real messaging, because it still gives me that creative ability. So I can keep fucking hustling under, because it's still a real message.
Exactly.
I can still have room to have messages in there outside of just the authentic. But authentic is my signature. So like I don't have on a shirt, but like my hat, these shirts and hats, those are my signature hats.
Right. Those are the ones that will always be there.
Always be there. Then the real vibes, real messages, that's my statement tee. Then I have collections to come. But everybody, can you do this? I'm not doing that, because now I'm at a point, I don't want my consumer to push me. I want to push my content. Exactly.
You want to get to the point where they don't want the custom, they want what you're actually releasing. And
I've been turning it down. Like I literally tell people go here. And somebody's like, well, why you stop? It's money in that. I'm like, because it's going to confuse the consumer with my actual brand.
I always say, allow the new brands who are coming up to take those customs. Because those customs let them find their lane, their niche, let them figure out what format works best. Because when it comes to like my vinyls, full color ones, I outsource them. I have 2 or 3 companies that I outsource those to. I'll do a lot of canvassing first. Like one of my first target lines are Black nurses. So I got like 5 or different styles of gear just towards Black nurses. And what I did was I made a post. I was like, who's in here a Black nurse? And it was like 50 to 60 people. Yeah, you see the other day. So after everybody's like, what's up? I posted, hey, you like this? And then I had a bunch of them that jumped into my inbox. It was like, ooh, how much is that? Woo. Then I had one specific one. I'm thinking about these 5. And I let them choose, ranking from 0 to 10, which ones that they would like. And as they rated them, I started comparing them. I was like, okay, these are the 5 I'm going to release first. Okay. So I narrowed it down to these are the 5. Then I was like, I have 2 nurses in my damn family. So I sat down and I was like, I made a shirt and I gave it to my sister. She fucking loved it. I was like, okay, maybe I got something here. But I was like, I know my sister's style, so maybe I cheated a little bit. So then I gave it to the wife. Now, my wife don't wear shit. Okay. I got her so much classic stuff. It's still in the room. Like she's only wore the sweatsuit only because it was purple. And it wasn't even like dark purple, it was light purple. So she didn't look like Barney. But when I made the Black nurse shirt,
it was lavender.
It was lavender. But when she wore the nurse shirt, I didn't even ask her to put it on. She got up and she put it on. And she went out shopping with it on. I'm like,
made you feel good, huh?
Big facts.
Made you feel
because it wasn't even just a simple fact that she had it on without me pressuring her to wear it. She wore it because she wanted to. And she went out in public. And then people was asking about it. It was like, hey, they asked me about this shirt. What shirt? And she showed me. I was like, that wasn't the one you were supposed to wear because that one had mistakes in it. So
as you feeling like the man.
So then I went and made her one that says, I'm a mom and a nurse. There's nothing I can't pull off. And it was like, I need to take care of my CNAs too. And then I started making 2 or 3 for CNAs. So then it was like, men are nurses too. What if I specifically just made one for men? Just like 1 or 2 that just the man, the myth, the nurse. Because if you think about it, how often do you go to the hospital, Juan?
That's fine.
How often do you go to the hospital?
I don't fucking know.
How many hospital shows have you watched and there's a male nurse?
Like, my nigga said, how often do you go to the hospital?
One, I apologize.
Yo, he didn't ask me, he didn't ask me how often do you see your doctor. That nigga said, how often do you die?
How often are you near death? You have to be in emergency room.
I apologize, Juan. That question actually should have went towards my women, because if anything, y'all gonna see y'all OBGYN at least. But in all your experiences with your doctor, how often have you seen a male nurse?
It's
one drew my blood
it's
and
now
fucked up.
becoming more
I wanted to
popular.
beat his little
But
ass.
I know one person. I know one personally, and I know a guy that was studying, but that's about it.
That's about it. So they're a myth that there's a male nurse.
Are you okay?
So that's why I said it. So that's why I specifically said the man, the myth, the nurse, because it's like I don't expect this shirt to sell out unless I just make 3 of them. But it's the principle. Like, I want you to know you care. Then when I was thinking about
how
I want
often
people to
do you break bones?
Like,
you might go to the hospital to visit people, bro.
Do you injure yourself often?
You might go to the hospital to visit people. My mom was in the hospital, so I went to the hospital a lot the last couple of months. Don't mean it was there for me. That's how you know this nigga high, because he's still laughing at something that's not even important.
That's some wild shit. He just said, how often do you see your doctor, bro? I'm concerned about you.
Because you go to your doctors and it's the same nurses there, so you might not see it. But to a hospital, you're more likely to possibly run into a male nurse.
But he asked me how often.
I'm
like I'll be in that motherfucker hitting on the nurses and shit.
You probably would be.
With the shirts on his shoulder, like trying to sell them. Like, you want this one? Like,
right.
Hey, bro, nurses need love too. Go for it. But see, you
that's
made
the laugh for the night.
You threw off my whole. I was in a moment, and you threw it off. I don't even care no more.
I'm sorry, fam. Like,
I'm talking about some entrepreneur shit here, and I'm in my zone, and you want to laugh at a fucking question. You continue your 9-to-5 job, you peasant.
Having those type of shirts cater to certain audiences, like, grows your audience. Because that's what it did. When I launched, I had a plan. Actually, when I rebranded, I sat with a brand manager, and we developed a strategy. We went through, and it was kind of easy because I knew what I wanted to do. I just needed an outside, more experienced person to help me, like, yes, do this, don't do this. So I was strategic when I launched. Like, I had a whole promo set up where I had 40 to 50 people where I'm like, hey, and it was people from different professions, because I wanted the target everybody to see, like, being authentic is for everybody. Right. So I had like 40, 50 people like, hey, I'm gonna give y'all these shirts. The guys not black, the girls not. At 12 on the 1st, we're gonna drop pictures, and that kind of like was why I had a lot of good feedback.
That's actually dope thinking about that. Yeah. I ain't gonna steal it. I got my own idea.
You got it. But I did it already. No.
No. You never want to do something somebody else did.
Subtle flex.
So for the fall, I have another plan, but then it's kind of like more honed in to. I want to share because I'm excited about it.
Share it.
So I just want y'all to know that this local businesses,
as it should be.
So for example, like a Re-Rock, they'll have authentic shirts in their business colors.
Okay.
Milwaukee Nights. So different local businesses now they'll have authentic shirts in their business colors.
That's what's up.
And so that's kind of that's on my September goals.
My fall, I'm trying some new material. Have you ever tried the puff vinyl yet?
No.
I'm trying that for my hoodies. So it's going to make it actually stand out.
Yeah.
But I'm also launching my LBGT line.
Cool.
So that's going to be the make or breaker for me right there.
Don't forget
it's going to be the make.
Oh, the plus is in there because I got one specific one for the trans.
No, I'm saying when you just said it, though.
I don't know. They got to figure out what. No. They'll get custom. Anything past T gets custom because I don't know who is a pan, a queer, or whatever. That y'all get customs.
How did we get here?
Quiet.
No,
I'm not. I just want to know how we got here.
See, that's how I know you wasn't listening.
Where did we make a left turn at Albuquerque?
It wasn't a left turn.
Are you sure?
We was on the right road.
We were on the right road.
I'm
just making.
You fell asleep in the car.
I did.
You were still looking at that big ass cross in Kentucky.
Dog, that motherfucker was humongous. Pause, but like, who?
We just came back from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So for those who didn't catch the last 2 episodes, we went to Atlanta for a weekend trip. So we drove down there instead of flying. So on the way driving back, we ended up going through areas that was nighttime when we drove down there. So one of the roads in Kentucky had this big ass cross. When I mean big ass cross, think water tower size cross. Big. No reason whatsoever for this cross to be this damn big.
Who approved that?
For the church to be no bigger than the police station next door.
Who approves these type of things in
the
middle of nowhere?
Here's what makes the cross extra funny. Have you ever watched a movie where something on the horizon slowly starts to come up and it gets bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden you like there? That what this cross did. It literally came up the horizon while we were listening to true crime stories.
I was gonna say you wasn't listening to some Jesus Walks by Kanye.
Right.
First of all, I'm not listening to anything religious with this nigga in the car.
Like, who do you gotta get this approved by?
Like,
because first of all, the church is in the middle of no fucking where. So if you're driving this far to get to this church, you obviously don't plan on going home because you finna join whatever he finna ask you to join. Like, there were no normal people that went to this church.
I guarantee you, if you would have went south 20 miles, you would have found the compound.
Facts.
That's what I felt like.
It definitely gave me cult vibes.
If you would have turned down that.
I definitely was thinking KKK when y'all said that.
It was Kentucky.
That's a concern for your safety.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Like oh no, we weren't getting out the car.
Oh no, we wasn't stopping.
Yeah, when I was in Florida, there's like the biggest Confederate flag. Like when you're on your way to Tampa on 75.
I believe it.
It's like no, it's like 95. Like
it was like there's no way that y'all use a lot of material for this flag.
Yeah. And I was very scared.
Like, you know how many kids you could have clothed with this?
No. Right.
But white people are unnecessary. Let's get back on track. Like, y'all take perfectly good things and just ruin shit for the sake of being racist.
America.
Like, do you know how much a truck costs in life? So you spent like 40 grand just to paint fucking swastikas on it. Motherfuckers is nuts, bro. Like, how is this logical?
Let your hate overtake you that much.
And you know the irony behind it is the hate is just taught. It's just it's just trickle down. It's trickle down hate. So you hate a group of people because your daddy hated them, and your daddy only hates them because his daddy hated them.
I would never hate you enough to piss away $40,000. Like, hell no.
There's no reason.
Oh, white people fucking nuts. Like,
so since we're talking, before Juan goes down a rabbit hole of fucktivity,
he's already on this way. We're trying to
fucktivity. So since we're talking brand, let's talk about a solo brand, which is yourself. Yes. So how did you decide to go from a recovering pain person to let's make me be who I am and turn it into a brand? I said that all wrong, but it works.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like I know where you're going with your
you do what I'm saying.
Can you turn your Donnie Simpson voice off?
What?
You sound like Donnie Simpson from BET.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, bro.
Turn it off. It's just me, bro. It's after 9, bro.
It's after 9. I don't want the high tower voice.
Right. It's after 9, bro. This is what you get by default.
The sweat hotel.
Even my kids, when my kids know it's time to go to bed, they know I sound like this. It's like, why are you still up? Yep, daddy's going to bed.
Right. I'm like, ew.
Nah. See, the problem is you're thinking of an adult. They thinking of daddy is tired and he will probably whoop us if we don't go to bed soon.
Right. Daddy trying to get some cheeks.
That's why I just said ew.
First of all,
I'm not judging you, bro.
No.
You should have all the cheeks.
Teresa goes to work at 5 o'clock. There is no cheeking at 9 o'clock on a weekday. I'm trying to get the kids to bed because
I'm sorry.
You know what? It don't even fucking matter no more because I don't have to fucking get up and go to work no more.
I heard about that. Congratulations.
Shut up. So for those of you guys who are not my Facebook friends, shame on you. No, you're probably not there for a reason. Only my true people I like are on my personal page. But as of Wednesday, August 4th, 2021, Antonio Jermaine Luckett Esquire has resigned from working at Kohl's department store. And I will be going in business for myself. I am a brand. I will take contract work here and there because I do got bills to pay, but I am not going to be nobody's main payroll anymore. I'm done with that shit. So, yeah. Thank you for the hand clap.
I was about to start singing freedom.
Sweater God. Sweater God. Like, okay, so before I go any further, I don't knock anybody that works a 9 to 5. As childish as my boy is at times, my boy said a gym that has always stuck with me. Not everybody is supposed to be a boss. Some people just supposed to punch a clock.
That's a for sure fact.
You know? And then today, while Speak Your Truth was recording, because their topic was entrepreneurship versus working, it was like, when you think about it, your whole crew can be a boss, right? But who the hell works for you?
Right.
Right.
Somebody got to do the work.
For sure.
Somebody got to be the worker. So I'm just tired of being the worker. When my supervisor was like, yeah, you should have quit like 2 years ago. You are not supposed to work for nobody. You are supposed to be your own boss by now. I was like, you know what? That's my cue. My boss should not be sitting here in our coaching saying, you do not supposed to be here anymore. You mentally checked out 2 years ago. And she could tell. It's my best friend at work too.
For sure.
So I'm done with that shit.
That's cracking.
It is. So I'm putting you down as a professional reference. So
Okay. What you want me to tell him?
I know you.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
He's a hard worker.
All right, I got you, fam.
Always punctual.
I can lie like a motherfucker.
That's actually not a lie.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be a lie.
That's not a lie.
I'm used to like.
Are you punctual?
I am actually. If I'm late, it's because this nigga. I had to pick this nigga up.
You know, I get tired of my cousin putting me down as a fucking reference, dog.
Because you know the routine by now.
But I'm saying though, bro, like at least tell me what you doing. Motherfuckers be calling me. I be having my nigga. I be having my nigga voice on.
I'm gonna put you down as a reference. That's fine. You're my two personal references.
I pick up the phone with my
you
sexy
my
voice
professional
on.
One, Ash.
Of course.
Don't lie for me, please. Like this man runs a whole fucking network.
I mean, technically, you do.
I do.
So I mean,
I'm a boss.
For sure.
Damn, nigga, you did not put no waters in the fridge, did you?
Oh no, I ain't fucking with you.
Selfish son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the ice cold one?
Put that fucking ice block back in the refrigerator.
Why would you put it back in? You sit it on top of the refrigerator so it can melt.
Oh my bad.
That's why they coasters right there.
I mean, in my defense, I'm high. I mean, shit.
He looked like he tapped out a
lot of shit ain't really registering right now.
Bro, I could have left you at home for this episode.
I mean, I'm engaging, but don't ask me some shit about what happened 10 minutes ago.
That was well over 30, bro.
See?
Because we an hour in now.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been a good hour.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right.
You over here trying to live
So back to you being the
right,
brand.
trying to fit in with us regular people.
So
I walk in the room and motherfuckers do not give a fuck. Sometimes niggas don't even acknowledge that wine has entered the building.
let me ask
But you walk in.
just so we can just entertain him real quick. On an average, how many times per day do you hear the word damn?
It depends on if I'm out and about.
Out and about, definitely out and about.
5 to 10, maybe.
Sounds about right.
She definitely made my coworker say it one day.
And he was white, wasn't he?
And that was the black dude that was there that day.
Do you get compliments from the others?
I do. I actually got one earlier today when I was on the Zoom call.
They just stopped the Zoom call to compliment you.
Yeah.
Ain't that about a bitch?
And I felt a little uncomfortable, but then I was like, okay.
Do you think white people appreciate booty?
Oh, most definitely, bro. They worship that shit.
I think they appreciate everything about us, low key.
They really do.
Try to mimic it.
They appreciate. They love. Sad. This is a sad statement.
It's some thick white girls.
This is a sad statement. It's going to actually roll into the next topic. White men appreciate black women more than we do.
Ooh, spicy.
And I don't mean that to talk down on black men, but they love black women.
And black women love white women for some odd ass.
I was about to say,
it's
I think it's a thin line between appreciate and fetish, and that be my
You're
thing
right.
with
They
them.
do fetish y'all.
It's it's like, do you really appreciate me, or is it you got some sick fetish and you want to? It was Tuesday. A guy was at the bar and he was, oh, you look, and I was just like this. Only thing is, I had my lashes on, and he was like, oh, you so pretty, and I had to give him a side eye, like
melanin.
You do got a natural prettiness to you, so
mean,
I can see him
was
shooting
you,
a shot.
Was you
So
sitting
I
in
was-
some light like you is now?
no.
Because
It
if you was
kinda
sitting
dim.
in some light,
It
I
was
could
kinda
understand
dim.
his fascination.
It was kind of dim, and we was at a predominantly black spot. So I'm like, we in the hood. Well, we not in the hood. We was on the east side, but it was us. So it kind of threw me off that he was in there.
Oh,
But
he hang with us often.
he did. They was playing pool, but he was just like, oh my God, you beautiful. And I'm like,
He definitely went home and knocked his socks off to the thought of it.
he wanted to dance with me. He like, can you dance with me? And so I did have, entertained him because I was, having a good time. So I'm just like, and they was just like, you got jungle fever. I'm like, no, I just entertained him.
She
I was being
entertained
nice.
him.
If I was in my just normal state, I probably would be like, come on, dude, back away. But I always second guess when they approach because I'm like, I don't know if you for real or if you got a fetish.
Would you give him a chance?
No.
Never.
No.
So
I don't have time to explain certain cultural things. Like, you're not gonna ask me why I'm playing Boosie at 5 a.m. on my way to work. And stuff. I just want to explain that.
First of all, as a nigga, I might ask you, like, why is this on your selection? Why is this on your playlist? Right now?
It's first of all, it's 5 a.m, bro. How many times have I picked you up from work, bro, bumping Lil Jon?
I mean, Lil Jon's cool.
Because it wakes you up.
I need
I was
something.
gonna say which Lil Jon is it
Crump juice.
Tom
Like
listen to-
dog.
though? You ain't trying to do shots,
Funny,
Tom be listening to Crump Rock.
funny thing in the world. I would have picked
Shot,
dog up.
shot,
Dude went to
shot.
go put something in my trunk. I had the music turned all the way up. And the beginning of the Crunk Juice album, he just yells BME click loud as fuck. I've never seen that nigga jump so high.
I wasn't expecting that.
Dog, I was in the car dying and I wasn't even high. All right. So since we're here now,
Where are we?
we are at the relationship
We're
portion of the
here.
show.
We don't know where you at.
You're on your own cloud.
No.
I'm
You're not here.
where y'all at.
No.
You're
You're
on your
not.
own cloud.
You don't think so?
So
Oh, maybe y'all
there-
should come up here.
He said,
It's
So
enough
there-
room. Come on, Tom.
So there is a phrase that's been floating around for the past, I want to say 6 to 8 months now. That seems to become a topic of conversation when it shows up on my timeline. So I was like, I want to get some sophisticated, educated, but yet can be ratchet women on the show.
it's the wretches.
And a little ignorance from one.
And the ignorance from one. And I want to get y'all opinion on this. So the phrase that I've seen, and I might actually put it on the shirt just because I'm ignorant. What do you bring to the table?
It's funny you asked that because I watched the latest one that's going across on Instagram this morning actually, and
I think somebody said that to me. Was it the one where there was like 5 or
there's
6 of them in a
and
second?
there's a guy
Yeah.
that had like the little bandana on or
Yeah,
whatever, and he was
someone-
talking, and I was like, "Ooh, stop talking."
Yeah, someone sent that
Ooh,
to me,
stop
which
talking.
was
Please stop
funny
talking.
because we had already decided to do this topic before all
Oh,
this
send
new
it to me,
information.
Tom.
Oh, I think I might have actually kept it. We could even probably.
Mm.
Could we play
And
it?
I just this
Of course
morning,
you can.
this morning, because I've been seeing it, and I'm like, I don't want to argue with people, but the guy is really close, like family, and so he posed the question, was it disrespectful if a man asks that? And then the question kind of changed because he was like, no, I'm just saying in general. But that was my first time entertaining and giving my feedback was this morning.
Yeah, and it was funny because even for him to say that, when I asked my panel of people, because whenever we do these topics, I have a panel of people I reach out to, and I want to get their opinion because they always tell me the truth. Normally, Serita is included, but since she's on the show, I wasn't going to ask her shit today.
Well, damn.
Only because I was going to ask you
Right.
here.
You
And
just been
I
very
got
rude
so
today.
many different answers because this particular one, instead of asking the question in regards to like in general, I specifically asked it to women.
Mhm.
So you're on a date and a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? First question was, how do you feel when you hear that question?
I'm not going to answer it.
Why not?
First, I feel like That's a question. I feel like the answers are always going to be like a resume. I'm going to say all the good stuff you want to hear. Who's really going to say, I'm not shit, I'm not bringing anything? Usually, before you get to, if you really not on anything with somebody and you probably only want to have sex, or you're not even going to get to a date, that's going to be known up front. But I feel like that's a lazy question, because I want you to figure it out. I feel like before you approach me, you should have seen enough. Because why did you even ask me on a date? So something gauged your interest. So that enough should have been like, okay, this is what she can bring. It makes me interested. I want to take her out. I want to date her. That's if you date me with the purpose. Then after that, no, I'm not about to give you no easy answer. You have to figure it out.
Do you feel insulted that they asked you that?
I don't feel insulted. I feel like you should ask whatever you want to know up front. So if you want to know up front, yeah, ask it. Now, I'm not telling you I'm going to tell you, but because I feel like people going to give a lazy answer. I'm going to tell you all the good stuff. I'm a hard worker. I'm a mother. I'm caring. I'm domestic. But on the flip, I will say I am the type of person, I'm going to be honest. I'm not cooking. I'm not, like, I'll tell you the truth, but I'm not going to answer that question. I want you to figure it out.
Before we go any further,
Do
Juan,
you want me to? I was gonna say, do you want me
What's
to play
power?
in a minute, I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Juan,
Well-
when did the concept of a woman have to being able to cook start to become a requirement to date somebody?
I don't know.
Because I don't give a fuck if you can't cook. I was
Nah,
cooking before I met you.
I won't say that I don't give a
No.
fuck.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
won't
saying-
go that far.
No, what I'm saying is it's not the make or breaker. If you
No,
say
no,
I
it's-
don't cook,
It's not.
I'm not gonna be like, well, damn, bitch, you gotta go. No, I'm
No.
like, the
I
fuck?
mean-
How you think I was eating before I met you,
That's
my
how I
nigga?
feel like, how were you eating? Now, here's the thing. It's not that I can't cook. I don't like
Want to cook, and that's
and I'm
different.
usually too busy to cook. So if I do cook a meal, you kind of important.
And that's what I
Because
feel
I'll pay
about it.
for a meal before I cook one.
Even if she don't know how to cook, guess what? Guess
I
what
understand.
our Wednesday dates will be? Cooking class. We gonna be in this bitch together, learning how to get fancy with some noodles. Because I love
Hey,
my pasta.
I'll definitely take cooking class.
You take cooking classes with little baby.
Oh God,
See,
shit is fun. That
That'd be
sounds
fun.
fun.
that's a date within itself. Then y'all go home and cook that shit and fuck the kitchen up and then fuck each other up. It's a beautiful thing.
Damn, bro.
First of all, let me ask you before you play this. Do you feel like women should answer that question?
So I'll say this: I've never been asked that question before.
We already know what you bring to the table.
That ass.
But
Praise
the thing is,
pod
But
God.
see how you said that? Like, most people will already know just by even having small interaction. Somebody will already know. I feel like, why would you be asking me that?
True.
You should already have a sense.
Now, this is one thing that was been told to me. It's mostly women who ask that to the men.
I've never. Asked
I'm not
them.
asking.
I don't
man
see.
that.
And the thing about it is
Because
you
you're gonna tell me all the good stuff I want to hear.
and you two are very independent women that whether you do have a man in your life or not, you're not going to be no different. So that's why I don't feel like you two would ever ask that. You want to find out on your own.
What
Which is why I want
if
y'all
I
to-
ask her, does she have a table? Am I out of pocket for that?
Hold,
If you don't ask me what am I bringing, I would like to know where am I to bring it to.
so
These hoes be asking
I
some
don't even have a response to that.
shit. I swear to God,
Turn. I
man.
know,
Like,
I'm at the turn, like,
do you have a table?
so Ashley,
Is it
more
an-
about this foreign exchange policy.
Is it an
Yeah.
is
Do
it
you,
an
is it- who do you?
is it an end table?
I'll take two.
Is
I'll
it a
take two for
cocktail
one.
table?
So that way it's a balance of an even three on both
Is
shows.
it a
I mean,
phone away card table? Like, is it oak wood? Like, do you have a glass centerpiece? Like, what kind of table do you have? So if I have something to put on your table, it's sturdy.
you have okay. So as ignorant as
Like,
that was, let
He
me
actually does have a point.
let me-
Which is
let me
scary-
try
which is the scary
as
part
much
of all
as
that.
as ignorant as
Very
that
right.
was. Let
Very
me
right
explain
now.
what my God just said to the listeners.
Yo, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Because I have to translate this nigga a lot.
Right.
Okay. So basically, in so many words, what Juan just said in the most asinine way possible. Are you even worth talking to? Are you a hood rat? Do you have qualities to yourself.
How is
Are
your
you-
mental health?
How are you?
'Cause
as
that's a
person?
little
Now,
unsturdy
that's a
table.
question you could ask me that, and I'm.
You know what? Can you really?
Mental health. How do you feel?
How can
How
you
do
really?
you cope under stress?
Can you really answer that
What is
question
your
though?
stress
Yeah.
management technique?
Because there's a lot of people who don't understand the concept of mental health. To be
Because
able
I'll
to,
tell a guy up front, I struggle with anxiety, and that's something I'm just now getting comfortable saying. I wouldn't tell people. Like I would not tell people that.
do you know
But
something I
now I
found
tell
out?
people that now because it affects my mood, and a lot of times people misread me because they think I'm standoffish, I'm rude, or I'm in bitch mode. And it's like, no, I'm probably the opposite.
You know what's funny? There are so many podcasters who have anxiety or are introverts.
I'm pretty much. It's crazy because I said that to some close friends. Like, I have anxiety, like social anxiety, and they was like, "You lying," and they be like, "How?" I'm like, "Y'all don't understand. Even when I come out, what I have to do mentally to prepare myself to
get
even
there.
go out. Then once I'm out interacting with people, the breakdown when I get home, I overanalyze things. I'm an overthinker.
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Makes sense.
So I'm like, a lot of times I'm drained mentally, and it's not really physically because I have overanalyzed things. I
January or December?
January.
Makes sense.
Now, you see how she just explained that? Now, as a nigga who was looking for a table, you were like, see, now that table, we probably gotta put a book up under that motherfucker. Just to keep her, just keep her sturdy a little bit sometimes. Because it rock a little bit. It's shaky. It's shaky.
If you
See?
move past it too fast,
You know? See? Now
So
you,
that CD you've been looking for was probably holding her table.
that's
up.
all I'm saying, bro. Like
That
you
one
know,
Bootsy CD.
if you ask the right questions, you'll know what kind of table
And I
you
think
getting.
I think that's what the problem with this question is more than anything. It's a very insulting, broad-based question because when a woman asks it to a man, "What are you bringing to the table?" It sounds like they're asking you, "Well, what do you have to offer me?"
Oh, this
And
a
it's
fucked up
usually
contract from the jump.
and it's usually a monetary standpoint, not like money or anything like that, but having a house, having a car, having a
It's
job.
basically material.
It's a material.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
word I was
it's
looking for. It's a
material.
materialistic
Yep.
answer they're
And
looking
that's where the
for.
problems come
So
into
when
play.
men come back and they ask, "Well, what the hell is you bringing to the table?" And let's be honest, most of them can only say pussy in that situation. Now we're no longer talking about a relationship, but now we're talking about a North Avenue transaction at this point.
But also at the same
Yikes.
time, if that's what that person is saying, that means they don't know themselves. If they feel like that's the only thing that they can bring,
All
because
right.
we are, if you are a woman, you have a vagina. So therefore,
I
they would all,
I don't know.
I'm saying from
2021 now.
Sexuality is a spectrum, and
Oh wait, I can't go
I'm
there.
not going in that direction. You're going there,
Let's
and
stay.
I'm not. I'm
Let's
just
stay
saying
on
we're
this
stay-
path.
We're on this
Okay.
path right here.
Because I was
And
finna
if
make a
we're-
left turn at
we're a woman-
Albuquerque.
Right, and we don't want you to just stay. Don't go
You
on,
on your
66.
own.
Stay
You
right
said
here.
you're on your. He in the car by himself at this point.
He's in the hatch. Right, he's in the back of the hatch.
Hey,
let me
I'm-
out, and I'm taking.
I'm
Uber.
sitting on the top of this motherfucker. I really don't know who's driving at this
dangling
point.
his feet.
I'm-
But I mean,
Whee!
you're literally like the Geico when the little pig was squealing and tossing wee. That's you right now, and that's okay. But back to what I was saying though is that if you don't know yourself as a person, you're gonna go ahead and degrade yourself and say that you only can bring vagina. And when I look at that, and if for me to answer, because I remember you text me that and asked me the question, I had the answer already in my head.
I have mine when he said
Because
it
I
to
already
me.
know
I have it in my
what
head.
I can, I wouldn't necessarily say this is what I bring to the table, but I know as far as for me as a person, I know myself. So I've gone through my healing journey. I know what my triggers are. I know what I've worked through. I know that for me, I can bring peace. I can bring stability. I can bring consistency. I
Ooh,
can,
I got Hulu.
I can shush.
I got Netflix.
Wait a minute.
Not going there
Before
with you.
no, wait. First of
Preaching
all,
over here.
I have HBO.
wait a minute. First of all, who login is it?
Oh, okay. Well, me and Tom. Yeah.
Apparently, you looks like your
So
table.
your
Yeah.
table
Oh, yo, my
is
ta-
a card table
On the
that's folded
G,
and,
like
you
my
know, ready to
table
go
is
at
sitting
any
up.
moment.
My table
Right.
is sitting up against the wall, like my mama garage, fam. It just like it don't even like it don't. It's dusty as a bitch.
All right. So
Ain't no table.
After I play my clip, I want you to play your clip because yours is gonna start an argument. This one's actually so. While I was researching this conversation, some of the things you just said was actually sent to me as well. So
So I hear a lot of men asking, well, what do you bring to the table? And women are now so attractive and, making money and all these things. So we feel like, well, that automatically makes me a good catch. Look at me, I'm attractive and I make some money. Do you understand that even if you have a good paying job, a man will walk past your six-figure making self and as attractive as you are and go to the mugly girl at Burger King because she knew how to be his piece and how to give him what he really was looking for? It doesn't matter what you make. Men don't care. When men ask you, what do you bring to the table? They're simply asking, do you know how to be my peace? Will you listen to me? Will you encourage me? Will you help me to pursue my dreams and to be a better man and a human being? Are you compassionate? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you nurturing? Will you pray with me? Will you pray for me? I'm out here fighting the world. I don't want to come home and fight with you too. If I'm going to fight, I hope that you'll fight with me and fight for me. Are you going to be everything that I need? Because at the end of the day, what I'm really looking for is peace and stability. They will walk past everything if you're not that.
And it's funny because I literally was saying those same
exactly,
things.
that's what made me play. So let me play this clip because somebody sent it to me. I told him I was gonna play it.
But that's honestly, what I'm at this point in my life. That's really where I'm at, and also too, the thing is that I can give what I'm also
requesting.
Yep.
And I think that's where the disparity in that question really starting to come from, because people are asking for their potential mate to bring so much and they have so little.
Right.
Like, as much as Juan was joking, they asking you what they bring to the table and all they really have is an actual table. That's it. They don't have a bed. They don't have a place to rest.
Oh, that bitch homeless.
They just got a table. Sometimes it's a nigga too.
But
Sometimes it's a nigga too.
Okay. Well,
Brokenness-
them motherfuckers is homeless.
Brokenness is equality.
But I mean,
Equal.
at the same time, though, too, I get it if a person is going through their healing journey and everything as well, too, that you do have to be able to go ahead and kind of respect where a person is at in their journey. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go be at that same level of where they're at, but you can go ahead and respect them. But at the same time, it is a fine line, as far as you got to have some discernment involved in there where you can't be like, I'm going to now backslide into what this person is dealing with and get it starts to get murky.
So you dating the homeless nigga?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's not where we at.
No.
All right, let me
Go ahead and dangle your feet back on top of
let
the
me-
minivan.
On some streets on Facebook, I've seen that woman say, "Ain't nobody gonna fuck you as good as a nigga who need a place to stay."
Well,
I was like, wait a minute, fam.
Ashley ain't coming back. That's what you know that.
I don't have what do you say to this stuff? What do you say?
Ashley
You
is
ain't
not
never
coming
seen that
back.
on Facebook?
I have, but
And-
I can't relate. I guess
No,
that's where
please don't
those
relate.
people-
Don't.
that's where those people are. But you get to a certain stage to where
Niggas is housing
That's-
homeless people.
Have
at
you
the end of the list,
have you dated a homosexual?
Right? Like niggas is really fucking.
No, that's really a
shelter.
phrase.
it is. I don't.
Okay, so
I have not
did.
intentionally done
I
it.
have not intentionally, but I have, and it was unintentionally, and it was a long time ago.
Were
It was-
they
I was about to say it was
were
a-
they
and it's kind
hobo
of-
before or after? Because that
So
makes
here's
a
the thing.
difference.
It's hard because of the relationship with the person, because it was my kid's dad. So, but he was bouncing back and forth for stability. So,
He was a
like
couch,
if I put
he
him
was a
out the
couch
house,
surfer.
he didn't have nowhere to go. So he
He's
was,
Zach on Sisters.
yeah, but it wasn't
That's
intentionally. It was.
But you loved him.
I loved him at the moment, and it was their dad, and I wanted to make my family work. But
Y'all got to stop doing that.
yeah, I stopped a long time ago when.
No, this is not talking about you, but this is just a universal. Y'all got to stop trying to make the family work.
But-
Oh yeah, no.
So it was hard for me. So I grew up always wanting to be the perfect girlfriend. I only wanted to have one boyfriend. I had that whole fairy tale. I had that fairy
It's
tale.
okay.
And then my
We all been lied to.
dad's
Yeah.
side of the family,
facts.
that's what it was, you stick with your spouse no matter what. My grandmother's stay.
That's
So
like, that was that generation.
that was
Yeah.
so that's what I grew up seeing on that side of the family. My mom's was always more single mom. Well, my grandmother both grandparents stayed with like
That was their
stuck it
generation.
out.
Yeah, that was their generation.
So that's what I seen, and I thought that was until I realized no. Sis,
No, that's
my
when you.
peace
That-
is-
That's
my
what.
And
peace
that's
comes
That's when
first.
you realize
when you start
Earl
getting sick.
had a whole family across town.
What
Right.
does
When I realized my peace was a priority, and then I realized too,
All these
it was-
brand names is just being dropped
it was
right there.
actually causing more damage to my sons than it was because they seen them back and forth.
Did they say
So-
anything about it, or
Not
did you?
initially, but as they start to get
Older.
So now my 15-year-old really is feeling the effects because now he's transitioned. You know, he's really being affected by it. My oldest, he was tougher, so, but I thought it was helping, but it was kind of hindering because they would see the back and forth. They seen, you know, I would try to protect them from all the bad stuff. That's how I was, but he would be the one where he's sneaking them to other girl, you know,
Oh,
picking in
my.
another girl's car. So what I was trying to protect them from, he was exposing them to when I should have just let it go.
Hey, Juan, you sneaking
At
over
the
my
end.
chick's house taking KK with you to pretend like they play dates?
Nah.
I wouldn't want you sneaking KK
No,
anywhere.
my little
Yeah,
sis-
like he was the
my
type
little
that
sis ain't
had
going for
whole
none of that
babies,
shit.
and I didn't know, but the kids knew
Wow.
that the other girl was like it was that bad. And so when it got to that point, I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I was doing it without him. I was working a good job, 401k. Like I was investing more helping him and exhausting my resources trying to help him because I felt like that's what I was supposed
That
to
you're
do.
supposed to do. They tell you
Bring
that you're
him up
supposed to.
yourself.
Take, and I was like, nah, I'm
See,
good.
this is what's wrong with the world. We got these black queens that want to uplift the black man, but they got the wrong damn black man.
Mhm.
That's why I hate when guys say black men not loved by unless we got money or not. I'm like, where are y'all seeing this at?
Right.
Like really,
Because it's
it's a lot of hundredaires.
Social
It's
media.
not a lot of rich black people.
it's because of what. Okay, it's a known fact that men date down. Okay, so we always date what's below us, so we can always feel like we're dominant. But when you date down, in order for them to mentally want to date up, especially if you're not attractive, there's got to be some financial gain in it. So you can't be 30 years old dating a 24-year-old and not expecting her for you to take care of all of her petty behaviors. So that's why a lot of them start to feel like if you ain't got money, they don't want you.
Why you
Meanwhile,
put
the
yourself
good
in that
ones,
position, you
meanwhile,
stupid
the good ones are stuck with a dude who they really don't want to be with, but they feel obligated because we're supposed to be a family. So here's this girl who perfect one for you, but she got this dumbass baby daddy that she just won't get rid of. And then you feel you a complete asshole if you try to break up that happy home. So you just got to move on and find
Mhm.
somebody else.
But I mean, it all goes back to
And then they
knowing
come back to
yourself.
you when they chunky.
That's
And
what it was for me. Once I realized and I really sat back, and it's not that I ever had like low self-esteem, but I do realize, and it's people now. So people that knew me from years ago and didn't know the new entrepreneur Ashley and the boss Ashley, as they say. I get the you not the same person, you totally different.
Mhm.
Because I always wanted to be so humble, so down to earth. I didn't want to offend people. So I would really like kind of downplay myself.
Nah,
Like
fuck
I would
people.
be so I had to get to that point. I'm like, no, I'm not about to I'm not doing it no more.
You got
And
to
I
that point
always
where
knew,
you
I
like,
always knew
fuck
like
you.
I looked decent. I was a smart girl. I just didn't want to offend anyone. I
No.
didn't want nobody to feel uncomfortable.
Fuck
So I would,
people.
and then I grew up in church. That was
Remind
another
me
thing.
to make that shirt.
I grew up in church.
Fuck people.
So you
No,
had to
the
be
fuck
modest. You
feeling
had
is the
to
one
be.
where dog is actually humping.
So once I got, it really was when I launched my business. I launched my business after breaking up with their dad. Had did some reckless stuff. Went to jail for a minute. And I always liked graphic tees. But I said, I'm a positive person, but I'm reacting in a bad light. And it was because of the toxic relationship. So I was like,
That's
I
a whole
want
nother topic
business.
for another day.
I wanted my business to put out positive messaging, and that's why I did the t-shirts and stuff. But once I got into that role, I'm like, I'm not about to keep downplaying myself.
Right.
Like I'm not about to act like I'm not smart. I'm not, because
Smart.
I had to accept who I was.
And also too, you found your voice, and that's the thing, because a lot of times when you start to, because like I can say like my throat chakra, no, I was not. I
It
was
has
letting people just
so
run
many
over me,
different meanings.
and I wasn't able to like
What's
really
yours?
voice
Her
things
throat
for
chakra.
myself. Since I got past that point,
Throw baby.
stop it.
He is cutting up. He is cutting up.
Rug that you're cutting. Sir.
It's gonna be pulled from up under you in a
Right.
minute.
He is the
Like,
reason why
we
I
are
have
about
to
to
do
have
a
you put your
second
church
show
finger
by
up in a second.
myself.
Church fingers about to go up for you to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to leave. How you put me on my own show?
Because sometimes, bro, you got to be put out.
I thought I was allowed to say these things.
You're not in the middle of us dropping. You were supposed to be hitting the button for the
Yeah,
gym.
she
That's
was-
what you're supposed to be doing.
You're right.
'Cause
Being
I
a
was
throat
dropping-
baby is a gym.
You know what?
Back to the
They were having a moment, bro.
I'm sorry.
And
A
now
real
you got
moment
calls coming in. Come
that
on, man.
the women needs to hear.
So just going back,
Sarita,
just making sure that
Sarita
you're
ain't coming back either.
talking.
We ain't gonna have no guests.
I'm sorry.
But just to make sure that you go through the process of knowing yourself, healing yourself, realizing that it's not always your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know, also being able to take accountability for your
Never
own
your fault.
actions as well too. And I mean, there's so many different traumas and things so that people have gone through that they don't even recognize until after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get triggered,
People
all
are
comes
still
back over
trying to work through their childhood traumas.
oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like real talk.
Mm-hmm.
I can vouch for it. I'm one of them. I just got
Anything that
I just got
happened
through
before age
mine.
of 7 is what basically up until the age of 7. That's what basically molds you. And then once you get past that point, that's where you're already at. So, like
Yes.
for example, if you needed your mom's attention or whatever, and the phone rang, and you're thinking that your mama don't care about you because she just went to go pick up the phone. In actuality, it was just really she was just picking up the
No
phone,
phone.
but you felt like she abandoned you because you were crying for her and need her at that moment.
Hey, not to change the
Things like that.
subject, but your nails are fire, fam.
They
Thank
are.
you.
I keep
Thank
looking
you.
at
I
them.
That-
just,
I
I
just-
just came from getting them done.
Like
I
that.
can't do
Credit
long,
for
but
Tor.
those are nice.
So,
Corsica James.
childhood trauma. So what you saying, Tom? is for me to get over this, like I really need to go with bro ass.
Wait a minute, which bro?
Cause my
Oh, and
yes,
oh, you got to
The-
give him a 2 piece in the biscuit,
cause
bro.
fam used to torture the shit out of
You gotta let that. You gotta. I don't know. You know what, bro? Based on the way he's living right now, from what y'all say,
life whooping his ass.
you ain't gotta worry about it, bro. You good?
Karma.
Karmatic is a motherfucker. All right,
Yes, he lost all his hair.
I don't want to keep
Oh,
y'all
fuck
too
that.
much
That
longer.
ain't sad.
Besides, I don't know
Oh, did
how.
you want me to play that?
Yes,
that-
please
okay.
play that.
Oh
clip.
yeah, I want to hear it.
I want her to play because I want to see if it's the same clip I got.
Ah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah.
Take notes. So what I do is I make that house that you pay for, that you pay that mortgage for, I make it at home. I cook the meals. I'm washing clothes. That's $100 a week. Don't play with me. I can get it made. No. You see that's where you're going wrong. It costs more than $100 a week to have somebody cook for you, to have somebody clean up after you. Because a lot of times you men become our children. All right, we dress y'all, we pick out y'all clothes, we cook for y'all. The men complain that it started off that way, but then they start slacking. They don't do what they don't keep up with that same type of energy, but they expect the men to keep that same energy of continue providing in that aspect. So, I'm hearing the complaints. So you can speak for yourself, but a lot of women say, "I don't want to cook." Let's backtrack. I make a house a home. All the furniture you get to come home and lay up on, I pick that shit out. You know what I'm saying? When the paper towels go away in the bathroom, you know who goes to the store to get them? You know who gets on Amazon to get that? All the shit that you don't even think about that makes your life easier, I do that. You understand? Let me ask you a question, right? Everything that you're telling me can be bought. Guess what? I can have an assistant order me paper towels and toilet paper and groceries on Amazon. Actually, I get Whole Foods delivered to my house weekly. It's a subscription. I get meal preps every week. My meal preps is $120, and I get 3 meals a day. I make myself my own breakfast. That's 4 square meals. I have another cleaning lady. She charges me $100 a week to come clean. You are only saving me $600. What are you bringing outside? Listen, if you ask a man, what is she bringing to the table? I'm bringing a house. An aspect. So to the table. That I can also pay for myself. Okay, but you're not. But I can. But you're not. But I can. But you're not, and you're not willing to. I am willing to. I was taking care of myself
got married and stopped taking care of yourself.
I still take care of shit. That's the thing.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't make money. What I'm saying is what you're bringing to this table is a service that can be paid for versus what a man has to bring to the table for your life. You can't buy somebody to buy you a home. I can buy somebody to cook and clean for my house. I can't buy a person to come give me a house, give me a car, take care of me, and make sure all my bills are in the house.
I can still do that. That's what
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying that you're not.
gonna interject here.
We're gonna interject here.
To the table.
All right, let's cut this video off now
Yep, that's
because
the end of it.
now they just going back and forth saying.
But he irritated my soul. Okay. Just
I don't
keep
know.
saying
But
that.
don't-
That was a hell of
so-
a thought.
But let's take that and let's talk it logically. He actually had some points.
I think it goes back to what we were saying. Initially, people think materialistic.
Right.
So he was only thinking materialistic and money wise, which made sense.
Right.
She named services that he can pay for.
Right.
So I took it as he's looking for something beyond the material finances.
I think that's
And-
when we go back to the peace conversation.
Mhm.
The part of making you feel like you're whole more than all it. Because I can go to, like you said, I can work, I can have all these people do all these things for me. But when I come home, I don't feel complete. I don't care how much money you got, you'll be happy, but you don't feel complete. So when you're looking for your mate, you're looking for what makes you feel complete.
So
I'm
here's-
gonna have to go against that because I'm completing myself. I don't need another person
Yep.
to complete me. So
And I
that's
feel
where
like
problem
when you
comes into
bring
play.
money up, so he opened the dialogue with, I'm supplying a house. So quite naturally, she thinking the conversation is we thinking materialistic.
Mhm.
So she like, this is what I can do. So he rebut with payment.
Right.
But what kind of threw me off is when he said, I'm giving you a house. You can't have a person to get you a house. She can buy her own house.
Yeah.
Like she was saying, I can buy my own house. But so on the flip, then I would expect him to be saying, is he bringing security? Is he bringing,
Mhm.
but most guys only equate security and stability with finances.
Right.
Let's take away the money let's remove money. Let's say we both equally make $1 million every year. Money is not an issue for us. I still need to feel secure in our relationship. I still need to know that you're loyal, that no matter what, I can depend on you. Commitment, like those things still are just as important. So for me, if I ask a guy that, I'm not looking to hear what you do for a living or what kind of car you drive, because the hustle in me, if we don't have it, we gonna get it.
Right.
That's like those things are important. But can I depend on you no matter what? Can I depend on when I'm feeling my lowest mentally, I'm exhausted, I'm not the best Ashley, you still gonna love me? Because I'm not gonna be chippery every day. I'm not gonna be turn up Ashley, because some guys like me because I turn up.
I could not stand you turning up every single damn day.
And some people
I would be like, no disrespect, bitch, when the hell do you calm down?
I would, because I'm not that. I'm actually the opposite. I'm more calm most of the time, but I'm looking for those things. Like I'm big on loyalty. Like want
Loyalty
you to
seems to
tell
be
me-
something that's huge all of a sudden.
If somebody come and
I
told
always
you
thought it
something
was
about me,
normal.
I want you to be like, nah, you're not gonna feed into it. You can have a conversation with me later, but I want to know you got my back while I'm there and when I'm not there. I want you to still be committed when it don't feel good, when it feels good. That stuff is important to me. All the money stuff is not.
So you want somebody to like make you pancakes and give you hugs?
I don't eat pancakes because
You
I'm
are
on a low
you are a
carb diet.
terrorist. You're a terrorist.
I'm
You don't eat a pancake.
She just told you why
on a
though.
low carb
See,
diet.
it's not like she don't eat pancakes because she don't like them. She just says she on a low carb diet. Maybe if she-
So do you like?
I need to do
So
that.
do you like?
So if you had
pancakes?
I
high,
do like pancakes.
okay.
Okay,
See,
that's
look
all
at
I
you,
was-
you jumping the gun.
Because the way she asked, she was like, "No, I don't like pancakes."
No, I do like
Well, I mean,
pancakes.
you
I
also
prefer
need to know
French
what
toast.
your love language and everything is as well too, because that's another
Yep.
factor that comes into play. Because you could be saying all these things
And
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be like I can get your Birkin.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You know what's funny? I don't even think a lot of people understand what that means, love language,
They don't.
because we see so many men that feel like buying their woman whatever she wants is good enough.
Mhm.
Like, I'm taking you out of town, I'm paying for these things, I'm getting your nails done, you should never have a reason to complain or not feel love because I'm doing all of this. When in actuality, she just wants you to say I love you
Right.
and post her photos every once in a while. Like she wants just that.
No, I don't
And
want
my
that.
type
I'm
one
like,
is
I
acts
feel
of
like
I didn't say
service.
you.
I know, but I'm saying like for me, I'm more like Issa Rae. I'm just gonna pop up Mary
pop
with
up,
baby.
yep.
And
Bam!
like,
I
all
swear
that
to
stuff.
God, you pop up, Mary. I'm punching y'all. Because first of all, I missed out on a fire ass reception.
Facts.
2, I know you got friends that look like you because birds of a feather flock together. I'm gonna be pissed that you kept
Yeah.
them from us.
That's
When
that's
I
a
would-
fact. You
when
get
I
married
would
and
do
we
it,
not
I would-
invited, I'm gonna be
No,
so
I would
upset.
come back because
She
I
said,
thought
I would come back.
come
No,
back
no,
and
no,
have
no,
a
no.
little-
I want to.
No,
We
fam.
we want to go to the wedding.
We want to be there.
It's a private
I want to see all. I want to see all the
way
men
I'm
that
at
are
in life,
crying that
don't-
you're no
I'm-
longer
I'm on the same
available.
page.
I just
I-
want to see
Mine
your
is acts of
friends.
service. Like I take pleasure in a guy in helping me. Like if you know I got a whole bunch of shirts to get out, and it's like, hey, I load your car, carry the boxes to wherever you got to go. That trumps anything else because I feel like you invested in what
You
I'm
invested in you.
in.
That shows that,
the
that you here for the long
importance.
run. Cause
Or if I could say, hey, I got to order a bunch of material. Here's like, hey, I'll go pay for it. That I'll take that over buying me a purse.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I
more important to me.
I wouldn't buy the purse anyway, especially if I
No,
know
put that
if
in
I
my
know you got a
business.
small
I can put it in my
business.
business.
Right.
If I know you got a
The purse
business,
gonna
I'm not
come.
buying all that extra stuff right now. Like, let's go ahead and don't you need some more vinyl? Don't you need some more black?
Yeah.
You want access to my allshirtprint.com account where I get
Yeah.
shirts for $2. Like shit like that matters more for me.
Or hook me. I know a graphic designer that can get you this graphic.
Mhm.
Boom.
You know, stuff like that. Like that stuff wows me. I'll be like, okay.
Or like for example, too, if I'm sitting there, you're knowing that I'm stressed out from different things, and you plan like a vacation or something for us. That's a different type of gift.
That is.
If you know that, okay, we
But-
both are stressed out.
Yeah, it's
and we
different
need to go
because
get
it's
away.
the reason for the vacation,
Yeah, exactly.
not just because South by Southwest is going on this weekend and let's go.
Or you think you're gonna get some.
Right.
Well, if he
'Cause-
already with you, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Niggas just that's wow. It's wild.
Yeah,
man.
niggas be in whole relationships.
All right,
don't
so
get no
since we
vagina.
here, and
How
we
is that
getting,
possible?
we getting ready to wrap it up.
How are we dating and I cannot fuck?
Oh my!
I mean,
Where
it's
we
a
at
thought
in
though.
dating?
Shit happens
Where-
like that
where
in
we
real.
at in dating?
Where are we at in the dating phase? Like, has that already happened yet, or has
Right.
it, or
Are we
No,
been
I'm
dating
saying,
for
like,
a month or two,
I've
or
already
we
fucked.
been, or we
Like this is a real relationship, and I fucked. Like we date, like we've been together, and you just withholding vagina. Like that's not okay.
So we're in a
That
committed
sounds like-
relationship.
Yeah, we
'Cause then we're
committed.
not dating no more. We in a committed relationship.
and
That's
that
not
sounds
dating.
like y'all need to have a conversation because
You got damn right.
Well, if we're in a committed relationship, then that's different. But if we're just dating,
Where
to
is
the
the
committed
vagina?
relationship.
Okay, so
You can call and be like, "Hey, on your way home, bring some Chipotle."
Juan,
then that's
I-
a committed relationship.
I can't just
That's
say,
not
"Hey, what's
dating.
popping with the head tonight?"
Juan,
You've been holding back.
Juan, Juan.
What?
Shut up. Just shut
I
up.
thought this was my show.
Shut up.
Is there not
It's
a way
the
for you to cut
deaf
the mic?
Fresh.
You don't
Okay.
have a way that you can cut
You
this
know,
mic at
the
all?
50% of my show is telling you to shut up.
But
It
this
started
is
turning
this is
to like
legitimate
80-20.
shit though.
Shut
bro.
up.
It's going to be 80-20 real quick.
And I'm glad we're here because that's where I'm going with the next question. So the last question before we get out of here. Committed relationship, 3 years in, 50-50 or 80-20?
What is
Whatever
that?
works for us is what I. But I'm not opposed to either one to work for me. Because if it's 80 on his end and I got 20, I'm winning. And if it's 50-50, I'm still winning. Because if I was doing it 100% and now he's coming in doing 50, I'm saving 50%.
Can it ever be 80-20 on the man's side?
No.
No.
What the
No,
man can't have to.
I just told y'all my
I got
terror story
20.
from
You
No.
got 80. That's 100. Let's do it.
no.
Why doesn't it work that way?
No.
You know what, Juan? You actually have to earn that. You don't. That just doesn't happen.
No, she's saying like this is not gonna happen.
Because at the current moment in time, I'm the 20. But I earned that because
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
when she was in nursing school, I was the 90.
I'm not.
Sometimes
It would
a
have to be
hundo.
a situation
not for
like
that.
that. You can't come in
No,
like
no.
I just got this 20 ball for you, and I'm gonna be like, oh, you have to earn
I'll
it.
keep the house clean though, but you know, like
But that's because of my past. what I dealt with their dad.
The
So
homosexual.
I know what I can deal with and what I can't deal with. But if we've been together 3-4 years and but now for some reason it flipped to where I'm the 80, he got to be the 20. If it's for a legit good cause that I believe in, something like schooling or you furthering a career or you changing a career or
starting your
starting a
entrepreneurship.
business.
Or even look at Tabitha Brown, for example, with what she did for her husband.
What she do?
She retired him.
How you do that?
I don't know.
I'm trying. How you do that?
He basically he was supporting her when she was going through and trying to get, trying to make it. And as soon as she was able to go ahead and make it enough, then she went ahead and retired.
Right, you gotta stay down till you come up.
No, so what you tell him? Wait. Let's back up. Let's back up. So this man was working a full-time job.
Yeah.
And he was building up his woman.
Yeah.
And during that time frame, she was getting her life to a level supreme to the devil. Okay. So then when she made it to the point where she's at supreme excellence, she said, "Hey, babe, fuck that job."
Right.
And he was like, "Cool."
She hit him with the rapper line. Call your mama until she ain't got work no more.
I just wanted to know, like, because I would love to get to the level where I'm a kept retired man, where I don't have to work for nobody. I'm just out here slanging these shirts because that's what I want to do, not because I have to do it.
Hey, look, bro, if you
But that's
aspire,
also a mentality.
Right.
Because honestly, you can have that mentality right now and be good. And I think that's probably what you would need to be able to flip that switch to make it just happen.
See, she got me out here. Go home like, bitch, I'm retired.
I did not say that.
I don't know if you want to use that.
That's the views that are being stated here are not those.
First of all,
mine. I did not state that.
I have a
Then you just tell me to shut up.
I have a creator's mind. So even when I'm not doing nothing, I'm still doing something. Right. And I have this network. So by definition, unless she buys in and we get bought out by like NBC, I can't retire as long as I got a network. But I love doing this. So that's I don't think this counts really.
It don't count.
It's a tax time comes around and them niggas like, where is your paperwork? I'm like, okay. But
they gonna put you on the slammer?
Nah, man, my books is clean, bro. I keep an accountant on deck. I wouldn't be starting a whole new brand if I didn't have someone to manage my money for me, dog. Can't do everything. I learned that from this. I can't do everything. So we've come to the end of this episode. I would like to thank you ladies for joining us. I do apologize for my partner's behavior this evening.
Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong. Do you feel like I did anything wrong, Ash?
You were your authentic self under the influence.
I probably would have been like,
definitely authentic line coming soon.
I'm just saying.
It is a collabo between me and Ash, and all proceeds would just go to me and Ash. I think I
had some legit questions
at the wrong times.
Before we go though, just one quick question. As a woman, what does your piece look like?
Ooh, that's actually good. Damn, you redeemed yourself.
I know. I get higher, but like,
you must be coming down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
but no, like, I mean, niggas always want to tell you what their piece look like. Like, sometimes I just want to smoke weed, play video games. That's how I relax. That's how I unwind. So if I come home and bang out the game on in the blunt roll, we good.
You know what's crazy? My piece right now is actually coming up with new shirt designs. I would sit there and come up with new designs for like hours.
You had the fun stage. That was the fun stage when I was just now.
I think I think even when we're up and running, I gotta come up with the winter line and the spring line and what new can I try. I'm still gonna always make every stage fun.
I think the creative used to be the most fun to me.
Right.
It's not the most fun because now my creative is towards the marketing and the branding now.
And I think I still will have fun with that.
Yeah. So now I think I told you that before, like that's kind of the fun part for me now.
Right.
Because it's coming up with new ways to market the brand, managing the social media, just studying all that now.
That's where I'm at right now, studying all of that.
The actual content, but I think it's because I have a lot of content already in the bag.
Just don't do no people against the graffiti wall. That's all I ask. Don't do that. That's played out now.
No, I don't even think I would even think about that. Right. And see, like I have stuff from before where my new audience haven't seen it. So like I have it's gonna be a collection of like I forgot what I'm gonna name it, but it's like a recycle collection. So it's all my old shirts that I had.
Oh,
when
shit,
I first
retro.
started. I'm bringing them back out. So then now my new audience to see it. So like I know I got stuff that's to where I
Hey.
really don't have to focus on it.
Hey, my 8-bit line is fire, bruh.
Okay, that's good. But
See.
I just want to get back to the question. I did ask a question like 10 minutes ago.
And me and Ash had a moment.
I know, I feel you, and I applaud 8-bit Nintendo. Fucking amazing. You already know how I feel about it. I just want the young ladies to answer the question.
Did you hit the gym, though?
But at least you could have said fucking amazing. You know what? Fuck you.
Oh, why you? What's with all this? See, I come in here on the fucking moon and I'm all rainbows and sunshine and want to hug motherfuckers. And Tone has been a dick all fucking episode.
You want to know why? Because when you come in here on rainbows and sunshine thinking you floating through the room, you really knocking shit over. Okay? And guess who has to clean that shit up? That is what you've been doing all episode. You have been knocking shit over in the conversation. With company here.
Did you guys have fun?
It was fun.
Did you? I mean, you always here. Like you must like something because when we ask you, you come back.
It's not as bad. We get
damn. It's not as bad. What did you think?
because we on Milwaukee Vibes. It gets spooky. It gets spooky fast.
Spooky.
Yeah, it gets.
The fuck y'all be doing?
Like, it gets random. Like
Juan, we have never gotten spooky, bruh.
It gets
it don't get
random.
Spooky. We get a little morbid on Mondays.
And we do go random. Don't get me wrong. It's only together.
I got a whole religious rabbit hole that you didn't even touch today. But we're not gonna go there. Not next time you come. We'll go down. We'll go down the path.
Ashley not coming back. She done said it.
No, she coming back.
She already texted like I'm not coming back.
Because next time the invite get extended, I should be out of jail.
It's actually like it's cool. It's a cool vibe.
We've been doing this for 10 years.
3 times, and they can go. It can get ratchet. Milwaukee Vibes. We got a balance.
Y'all, you know what? Next time you come, bring everybody.
Okay, I'll let them know.
We'll bring everybody because I feel like that's wrong.
They're gonna have fun.
We bring everybody because we'll have liquor, cake. I might invite a stripper.
Yeah, what happened to
the stripper?
No, I don't care about the stripper. I'm talking about the cake and everything like that, and the liquor and all that stuff for the whole anniversary party. What happened?
We got broke.
I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
because there's supposed to be a whole anniversary. I remember I was here for the anniversary, and I was like, "What's going on? This doesn't look anniversary-ish."
I guess we'll have to throw a party.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? The April one?
Tom, I don't fucking know at this point.
I'm trying to remember because she's been on so many. I'm trying to remember. Like damn near, she was almost a co-host at one point in time.
Almost. But then y'all decided to go on vacation and stuff.
Look.
And then when we came back, you was on vacation.
Look.
I wasn't on vacation.
I had to find my. I had to leave.
You weren't in Milwaukee.
I had to Dave Chappelle this shit and go to Puerto Rico and be on some white sand beaches to get my mind right because I was feeling unloved, unappreciated. Aww. No, I'm dead serious. I was going to Puerto Rico anyway, but it just happened to be at the same time.
I want to go to Puerto Rico. I think I'm gonna go to St. Croix.
So, and I apologize at the beginning of the show for anything that I knew I was gonna say.
You did.
Because I know the brain is just it works so beautifully. It's like a domino effect.
All I'm saying is all this brown skin with red shirt and white writing today.
Right.
We was vibing.
I
see what I did there? Yeah. We were definitely vibing. Ooh, that's our other shirt. That's our other shirt. We're definitely vibe. That's gonna be our podcast shirt. All proceeds go to me and Ashley only.
God damn.
It's for a good cause.
What's the cause?
Me and Ashley.
Okay. So I guess
it's just us.
Nah, you're not wrong.
I mean, we first go with us, and then when I do the big collabo one, then we'll give that to a real charity that helps Black people.
The Church of Love.
Let me go ahead and start up
The Church of Love.
I'll slide you a little something on her table.
The Church of Love is a nonprofit organization.
You got to be one of my models, though. Of course. Specifically for the sweatsuits
and the yoga pants. I'm sorry.
With that being said, we've come to the end of this episode.
I know you're sick of my shit, but I know you are.
Yeah, like
I
know
cannot
it.
wait to replay this video so I can sit here and just look at Ashley's expression every single time.
'Cause-
Like that
yeah.
alone is what makes this episode worth watching.
He
Anyway.
said in the yoga pants.
Ooh, the yoga pants.
See the yoga pants, man.
With that being said, we have come to the end. See, that even fucked up. The
You
yoga
can start.
pants.
You can start an
You can't
OnlyFans
end.
just trying on yoga pants.
You crossed that thin line.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait
She's
a minute.
actually.
Look,
Whoa,
look,
hold
look,
on.
look.
Oh, she. That might.
See?
Hold on.
It was, nobody had to get naked. All you doing is flexing yoga pants. You know how many niggas are freak and pay for that?
As long as I can give you a pair of authentic ones and
So, now,
Boom. See.
see,
I do
see.
what you would,
First,
you know?
first you tell me that I didn't step down the line.
but now it makes sense. You know, sometimes you gotta finish.
Branding.
Right.
You got to learn how to slide your.
I sing.
Matter of fact, I'm glad I brought this up. I got to give you this one girl's information. Somebody's working on a movie and they're offering opportunities for local brands to be in the movie.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah, I know
I'll
that.
slide it to you because I would love to see Awthintik in there. Because Jamal Woodard will not stop doing these nigger movies.
Is that the gravy nigga?
No, it's the Biggie.
I thought it-
Biggie.
Oh,
Nigger.
why was he had a perm?
Because he's working on a new nigger movie.
He definitely looked like Burger.
No, fam. These are when you.
Really racist.
I love my boy. I love my boy to death. He is. He definitely be in Milwaukee, but my guy will not upgrade the quality of his movie selections. Like I should not find 90% of your catalog on Tubi.
Hey man.
And he chooses he chooses these roles.
Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta
It's not even like
you gotta grind. Like look at
There's no reason for him to grind anymore, bruh.
look at Anthony Mackie, fam.
Anthony Mackie took decent roles
No,
after.
Oh, because I was gonna say before they put that nigga in the
Jamal
Marvel
has
movie,
purposefully typecast himself
My-
to be Biggie knockoffs in every movie.
bro. Anthony Mackie was Tupac.
You got to start somewhere. He was Tupac.
He was Pac
Wait a minute, which movie was he Pac?
in the Notorious movie.
That's right. No, the only reason why I'm saying that because Lamont Bentley was Tupac in the MC Hammer movie. So we actually have not had we're 1 for 3 when it comes to Pac in movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we had a good pocket
The
all.
Falcon was Tupac.
We 1 for 3.
How funny is that?
And the one is only because Pac plays himself in the documentary. Okay.
Captain America was really Tupac.
Hold on, wait a minute now. If you were a black man during the Tupac era, he was our Captain America because he was telling the white folks about themselves.
Just sit there and think about that. The nigga that played Tupac, he was in a street ball movie with Wayne Brady. And the nigga is
Now you notice how he's only focusing on the black guy, right? We're not going to talk about how Robert Downey Jr. played a black dude, pretending to be a dude, pretending to be a black dude.
Yep.
because
Captain America had a whole banana and whipped cream on his ass in the movie.
Tone, don't make my joke unfunny.
Nah, bro, you not finna.
Now that's what
I'm
you
being
do.
unapologetically black right now.
Now you
Don't
just-
make my joke unfunny though.
No, I'm sick of your shit. I've been trying to end this show about 20 minutes ago.
Oh shit.
You
Hey, with,
don't want to leave us. I mean, just go ahead.
That's
You
him.
know.
I
with
got
the,
shit to do.
with the straightest of faces, like, no, don't make my joke unfunny.
Nah,
That's exactly what you do.
and I did that on purpose so we could go home now.
I'm mad.
He said I'm bad.
I don't give a man. Now you're gonna shut up. So, ladies, go ahead and tell everybody your social media so they can follow you, how they can order your book when it's back in stock again, how they can look on future projects you got coming on, how they might be able to try out to be models for your fall collection.
Well, I will go ahead and go first. You can hit me on my Instagram, which is I am chronically resilient. You can also shoot me a DM if you're interested in the book. I am currently working on my landing page, so that way everyone will be able to go ahead and get it. But if you want to have that personal touch of contacting me, please go ahead and do so, because if you do, I'm actually going to be having a virtual book release.
Boom.
I'm also going to be reading some of the book,
Bam.
doing a Q&A, and then I'm also offering a 30-minute comeback consultation as well too.
You ever thought about doing an Audible?
I'm actually looking into that.
I do audio book recordings.
We'll have to talk about that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm interested.
I got you. See,
So
I
that's-
gotta plug my
That's
brand.
some of the things I'm doing. I'm also looking at doing a master class within the next month or two as well. I'm still formulating the concept with that.
What are we mastering?
I'm looking at a part. It's going to be pertaining to chronic pain.
So we're
just
mastering
basically,
pain.
I'm going to be teaching a particular portion that people be able to do as far as for getting back control.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm interested in.
That's a piece that I'm going to be looking at. I'm also going to be part of. Look, I'm trying to run back everything that's going on. I'm going to be part of the first overdose prevention day. That's
I was going to
Milwaukee
say.
County.
Thought you was gonna say
Which is
something.
August 31st. So I'm going to be actually talking at that event. That's going to be at Seidler Park downtown. And I think that's everything. And we're having another book release party as well too next month. I don't have the specific date yet.
Will they have food?
Oh, you know it. There's food last time.
Was it that dry ass chicken?
No, it's actually fruit and stuff.
You want to go to the book release?
Nigga, you gotta ask, man.
Unfortunately, I didn't eat any of the food that was there because it was stuff that I was allergic to. So
I don't got you for. Just come
Nigga,
to
I
support.
want to be fed.
Here you go with
You
this
wanna be-
fancy.
I
I
want
wanna
to be
be kept.
fed and read.
He's definitely
Two.
at a point in his life he
yeah,
wants
you want to be
kept.
you want to be a kept man.
You want somebody to
so
pet
that's
you?
all.
I
You wanna
worked
be petted
hard
too?
We
to get to
all
this
do.
point.
You working on your heavy pedal?
I worked hard to get to the point where I deserve to be retired. Retire me.
You're not even
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Latrice, retire me. Okay.
Okay.
I'm publicly requesting for my
I was just saying,
retirement.
like, you really just put our whole government and everything. Like,
You asking for your walking papers?
right.
To
Like,
give me my release, damn it!
I've already resigned from one job.
Like
I'll
a
do
rapper.
another one.
Right.
Called her out. It's a
Right.
It's
You on
a
a bad
beat
360
now.
you on
It's
a
a
bad
beat he called
360.
her
You got
out.
24 hours to respond.
I'm on my
bad
I'm on
360 deal right now.
I'm on my
Right.
I'm on my Jada Kiss right now. And working is the dipsex.
Shit.
Working is
Why they do
dipsex.
my niggas like that?
They did that to their damn self. They chose their own songs.
Well, you can tell the difference between who has rehearsed and who did not rehearse and has ego issues. That's what I'm
Man.
gonna say.
The pretty
Wow.
versus the gritty.
Wild out, niggas. We are the streets. Why Jada do them niggas like that? Why? First of all, that was Cam's fault. He asked Jada, "You don't even rep New York, nigga. You live in Miami." Like at that point in time, I just cut it off because at this point it was just
He
blatant.
wasn't even gonna be there. According to Fat Joe, he was on his way out the door. He was leaving. He decided to turn around and come back in. I watched Fat Joe's recap, which is really good. If y'all haven't seen
Fat
it,
Joe
Yeah, it's
is
like 45
funny.
minutes.
yes, it's about 45 minutes, but it's entertaining. It was good.
Well,
Fat Joe's
that is
funny.
on the docket for
That is-
tonight's
that is what-
festivity.
Yeah.
No,
It's-
I'm
it's
watching.
on his
I'm watching
IG.
Suicide Squad, but I'm a definitely.
Oh
listen-
damn, that shit do drop.
It
tonight.
dropped tonight. It dropped while we was recording.
But also too, at 11 o'clock, actually in about 20 minutes, the new Nas is also gonna be dropping as well too.
Okay.
Okay, so
I know you did.
You got an issue with Nas?
his last beat selection was good, so it might be
Because
good
Hit
this
Boy-
time.
Hit Boy's doing this one as well.
See, so there you go. Before you even slander it,
Right.
I wasn't finna slander the project. We don't talk about Nas here.
yes, we do.
No.
You always talk about the fact that he has bad beat selection.
And
He
why I'm trying to
does.
inform you that
We've
we
all
know
said that.
I'm
We
mad
know
at-
That's why I'm
that.
saying Hit
That's
Boy
why-
did this one too.
That's
Yeah.
why
all
before
I'm
you said
saying.
anything, I was about to ask her who produced it.
I'm
So
mad
it's
it
Hit
took
Boy.
dog this long to catch on.
And sometimes,
It took
I
you
mean,
this long to realize the beat
When
you
people-
rapping over
Hit Boy
fucking
is
terrible.
young though, so
Yeah, he probably
Hit
had
Boy
to just-
Hit Boy couldn't have done Illmatic because he was still like in diapers. So let's put this in.
Bro, it was some cold producers. in
and don't get me
94.
wrong, at the time, the type of beat that he chose was a pure New York type beat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then the next project, Nostradamus, was it Nostradamus or was it I Am? I Am was a classic. I don't care what nobody say. Nostradamus, got leaked before he had a chance to even do it. So the album that came out wasn't even what's supposed to have came out.
I will never forgive Nas for doing "You Owe Me" with Genuine. I will
And-
never forgive.
That wasn't his. That wasn't his doing. That was
like,
okay. As much as you hate that song only happened because his original album got leaked. So that would have never happened. He had to scramble, and Genuine, who wasn't doing shit at the time, just happened to be available. He really called to get Soleil, and Genuine answered the phone.
I really like. You really like. Y'all ever seen that meme? And they were like, Ludacris really went in these people's studio and said, "Wiffle balls." Like Genuine really was like, "Hey, cut my mic up." Shorty, say what's your bro? Like, dog.
Genuine was on the finest of cocaine.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Don't talk about him with the baby hair.
And the engineer was in there hitting buttons. And
You ever
grooving
watch
and
Crank?
shit.
You ever watch Crank Lucas
Yeah,
on YouTube? And you know what? He engineered people. I feel like that's what the engineer was doing.
that nigga was like, "Oh, that nigga spit.
Nah, he definitely was not
Owe me
saying
back
that.
like you owe me." Like, shut the fuck up.
Nah, he
dog.
definitely
All you niggas.
the engineer definitely looked over at his boy. Did the check clear? Like, okay, fine.
Like, I bet Genuine danced in the booth while he sang that shit too.
He did. You can hear
with
it.
his shirt open.
Absolutely. With some
Uh,
baby oil.
Oh, that motherfucking studio session was hot in the bed.
That smelled like a whole bunch of juice.
not you.
And
Joop.
Yeah.
Nas came in with the Stetson.
Put the cool
Yeah.
water.
No, yeah,
All that.
yeah. Nas definitely had on cool water, and this nigga had on jupe.
Oh, with
Definitely
Jupe
late
and baby
night.
hair is
Jupe and baby
is phenomenal, dog.
If it wasn't for the fact that it would taint the whole show, I would name this episode "Jupe and Baby Hair." But it would throw everything in the garbage.
I don't know, bro. That's a fire name.
But Ashley, that'll be the name of our follow-up CD.
Jupe and baby hair.
Yeah, after we drop Broken Blunts and Bad Bootlegs, and then we'll drop Jupe and Baby Hair. That'll be the R&B album.
Yep. You can find me
In
You
the
can find-
club, bottle full of. Sorry.
Man, yeah, probably. You never know. You can find me on IG at Ashley Danielle. Facebook is Ashley Danielle. And then Awthintik is Awthintik Company, Awthintik Co. on IG and Facebook. And Instagram for Smoke and Ash is smoke.and_ash on IG.
Next time you come through, bring a hookah.
Bring a hookah. I was gonna say there's one in the cart, but I took them out. So they
Didn't
can
feel
get
like.
one. I normally have one. I got some
So
coal and Sisha and tips in my
do
gym
they
bag.
do they buy the hookah or is it like a rented thing?
They buy.
How much they selling for? I might buy one for the
No.
studio.
They don't. No, they don't. I don't sell hookahs. They basically buy the service.
Oh, right.
So I come in. So it depends on how they're paying, how they're charging their guests. So say you having a party
Okay.
and you want to supply the hookahs for your guests. I charge you a different rate as suppose you want me to come in, set up, and your guest purchase them from me. So it's two different ways of doing
So
it.
let's just say I'm throwing a fat ass party of 50 people, and I just want you to hookah out the whole party.
So you want me to bring 5 hookahs for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'll give you a rate based upon it. It'll be a package.
Text me that.
Yeah, it'll be a package per hookah per hour. And
You
I'll
can
come
buy
in.
anything.
yeah, I'll come in, I'll
Mhm.
set up, I stay, I service them, I clean up, and I go home.
And you take her shit home.
That's what's up.
See, look at that. Entrepot nigga.
I feel you.
That's what the world needs.
I love it.
Rolling hookahs.
Yes, yes.
This your hookah.
And I do all events, indoor, outdoor.
Is your
I've done
hookah
weddings.
is your hookah 420 friendly?
If you want it to be 420 friendly, yes.
That's all I need to know. Cause I got this bag from Cali, fam.
Yep.
Hookah ready.
You just got to sign
know
a
you're
disclosure.
So you know you're still recording, right?
That's why
I
I
didn't
didn't say nothing.
I didn't say when this was happening.
I'm like, they
I
already
didn't say
know
where.
I'm at.
What happens in my basement is my business.
That-
And you just gave them the location.
I got
Exactly
multiple
what you wanna
basements.
do.
You know what, bro?
I
I don't want you to keep saying basement that
I
time.
got multiple basements.
And then he did it
Is it
again.
real?
Right, like
Real R. Kelly-ish right now.
Put the lotion on, or else you get the hose.
what the
See, you got to know your movies to understand that reference. But real talk, Tone is not on that time.
please don't.
But with that being said, we'd like to thank these young ladies for joining us. Hopefully, they'll come back. I can't guarantee that, but
Ash coming back.
yeah, because I'm gonna buy a hookah for us to use for an episode. She ain't coming back on her own free will. I'm gonna text her like, "Hey, I'm doing a show." Like, click. You know that, like, this person cannot receive messages.
She said she had fun.
The customer you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
The
Message
customer-
MD 35.
The customer you're trying to reach just said, "Fuck you." So, thank you for shopping, Cricket. But I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning in for this particular episode. This was a wild ride. My boy,
I dropped some gems.
my boy is getting there.
A little under the wire.
My boy is
Somewhere-
coming down.
Somewhere in the cloud.
But make sure you check us out every Thursday. We go live on Facebook at 8:30 p.m. The audio will drop every Thursday at 8 a.m. And the replay will be every Monday on my Facebook. Yeah.
And you catch it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. You catch it on YouTube every Wednesday. So with that being said, Juan,
take us out.
Taylor.
Hey, stop leaving them motherfucking scooters by my house. Like, I don't like motherfuckers just pull up and did it die? Like, we hit the corner, hit the block, and it's like, cause I live behind a school, so it was like 7 scooters just there. I was like, so that should die in this neighborhood?
They dumped them off. Right.
And I'm like, so who come get this motherfuckers? We ain't got no charging station by my house.
No, someone rolled through and scoops them. If they dead, like if they there because they dead, it actually sends out a signal that they're dead. Like it's enough battery just so the signal can go out.
So
and then somebody drives and picks them up.
So is it like a race to pick up the most scooters? This shit like when you do missions on Grand Theft Auto?
Could be.
You just gotta pick up scooters.
Could be. But yeah, when they dead, they come scoop them up, they recharge them, and then there's like a specific location that they get dropped off at. And then, you just...
That was my what the fuck.
You back at it.
Who the fuck keep dropping these scooters off? Like to thank everybody for coming through. Shout out to my background, my aunt, always in the building. He bring some liquor for us to drink, but I was high on the motherfucker.
Yeah, he brought a big ass bottle, and I'm thankful because it's been a Sahara in here when it comes to liquor. I just wish it wasn't Crown.
If you on TV next week, I will be drinking some Crown. So shout out to
them. Them hen niggas ain't here, so that bottle will still be here.
Yeah. So
all right, with that being said, people, we are out of here. Peace. Hit the button, Juan.
All right,